You straight.
There we go. Welcome, everyone. Hello, everyone. We on YouTube the whole 2 hours today. Wonderful. You wanted to add the little "who should blow it up" to the title. So is this your
Yes.
agenda? Is this what this is?
My who agenda?
Pelicans agenda.
I mean, honestly, it's not even just the Pelicans. Whoever doesn't make the playoffs. I feel like this is a situation where before the first playing game, every team that was in contention to be outside of the Lakers, of course, every team that was in contention, to be put out, all has that question. Like for the Warriors, that's a real question for the Warriors right now. Like, all right, is it time? Like it. I mean, I seen one of those bullshit tweets come out. Steph Curry has unfollowed the Warriors on Instagram. I mean, yeah, he did. So is it? Hey, what's about to happen if the Kings? Now, personally, I don't think the Kings should, but I mean, look, man. Personally, I mean, do you trade De'Aaron? Like, do you? Is it really worth it to go with De'Aaron and Demonis as your best two? Maybe you keep the guy that's been the MVP in the MVP race, because I'm just saying I don't think De'Aaron's been in the MVP race.
Top 15 player, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you keep him. That's just me. You look over to the East. Everyone knows the Bulls should blow that bitch up. Like, come on now. Like, all those players should be on a team that's not the fucking Bulls. The Hawks. Been saying the Hawks should blow that shit up. Like, why? What are we doing with Trae Young? There's no need to.
You want to blow up the whole league so the Lakers can just get a cake.
Not true.
That's what I'm hearing right now. The whole league. You saying should blow it up?
Not true at all. I'm just saying teams that aren't making the playoffs this year specifically. If you don't make the play-in, a lot of these teams, the Heat, they don't make it. What are we doing? We're just gonna be underdogs every year? Is that what we're doing behind Jimmy Butler? A 34-year-old Jimmy? Who's just had an MCL injury? We're just gonna keep being underdogs every year? No. What are we doing? Trade Jimmy. I'm not. And again, blow it up is probably extreme. When people hear blow it up, they're thinking trade everybody. Me, when I'm saying blow it up, I think it's blowing it up if you trade the best player. If you trade your franchise player, your star player, the player the team's built around, that's blowing it up. If the Hawks trade Trae Young and Clint Capella, I mean, I'm thinking that's blowing up. That's blowing up the Hawks, in my opinion. Maybe semantics would be the thing. Who else is up? The Sixers. If the Sixers want to beat the Heat, and then they get knocked out the play-in, trade and beat black ass. Hey, blow it up. How's it going?
Let me do this before we bring people up here because we've got people backstage. I'm going to ask you about every team that's still in the play-in, all the way down. Which teams should blow
it up?
Okay, so we're going to start with Miami. If they miss the playoffs, should they blow it up?
Trade that nigga. Blow it up.
Chicago?
Blow it up.
The Hawks?
Blow it up.
The Nets?
Blow it up. Yeah. Fuck. What are we doing?
The Raptors.
They're already in the process of retooling everything. They've blown it up already. Yeah, they blew it up already.
Charlotte.
Blow it up.
The Wizards.
Is Jordan Poole the next Jordan?
Jordan Poole and Kuzma. Oh, we packing them up.
I'm out on it. Blow it up. It's over.
The Pistons.
Nah, they got time.
Okay, of course they got time. Okay,
they got time.
So we've got the Pelicans.
Blow it up. You know me. I've been saying blow it up.
The Kings.
Personally, I'm gonna say no, but I can see it. But no.
First team that's safe. Them and the Pistons are the only teams that are safe.
Yeah, Kings are safe.
The Warriors.
Blow that shit up. They should have been traded Clay and Draymond.
The Rockets.
I feel like they've been blew it up. They're just now starting to put some shit together. So no, I'm not gonna say no.
Okay. Utah. Larry Markkinen, John Collins, I guess.
The bias, I like the young guys in the NBA in me is saying no, but realistically, what are we doing with Lauri Markkinen and John Collins? Blow that shit up. What are we doing?
The Grizzlies, that just wait for everyone to be healthy.
You already knew what sit everybody. Hey,
yeah, okay. Blow up the season. Okay, blow up the season.
Blow up this season. Yeah, this season blow that shit up.
And the Spurs are rebuilding, but you trading anyone?
I I don't want Wemby in San Antonio. Trade him. Y'all not doing it with him. What the fuck? We got Jeremy
finally Portland. Finally Portland.
It is blown up. They still ain't put the pieces back together.
So I gave about what? 12 teams. The only teams that are safe is like 4 of them. So we just blowing up 8 franchises.
Hey, call me Osama.
Hey, someone don't make me
shit's getting blown up today. It's a lot of explosions.
Let's bring some people out. We got football.
San Antonio is not perfect for Wemby. No, they're not. Houston was more perfect for Wemby than San Antonio.
Now you're cooking.
Stop it. There are other teams that he could have went to that would have been a better. In my opinion, Detroit was a better fit than San Antonio. What? Why is San Antonio perfect?
Monty Williams.
I'm talking pre-terrorist activity. I'm talking
But the terrorist activity was gonna be committed.
Nah. If he's there, who cares about Killian Hayes? Am I right? If he's there, Killian Hayes looks better. Killian Hayes looks like
you willing to bet Wemby's rookie season? You willing to bet Wemby's rookie season on Killian Hayes' development?
I'm not willing to bet his rookie season. I'm just saying if Wemby is there, you got Wemby and Cade, also got JD. A lot of those other guys that are shit just don't look as bad.
Does anyone who just joined up here want to say some words? Like, everyone joins.
Yes.
Hey, bro,
I appreciate the one mic thing, but I didn't know if you guys were actually here, so like I was confused.
Yeah, we're here. I'm letting y'all talk. That's all.
Domo was
I
talking.
didn't even let KB up here. He banned me from his playback.
I'm
Oh man,
he banned me for no reason.
You were banned for 30 seconds. That's literally what you were banned.
I wasn't bothering to drink back. He banned me as far as I'm
ban's a
concerned.
ban, man.
Yeah, like he
look at Damo. Look at Damo. Damo always want problems, bro. That's his problem.
I might need some LKBs in the chat. I'm getting banned for no reason.
I might need some LK. Here we
So
go.
I'm trying to show
Dama,
love. I'm getting
Dama,
banned.
you went through a thing where you were like, all right, these are the teams that should blow it up. How many of those teams are gonna blow it up?
In my mind, realistic, I think probably the Hawks. I think it's a guarantee the Hawks are going to do it. I think
W chat.
Probably the Hawks and the Warriors are the only teams I'm sure are definitely going to do it. With Lonzo coming back and the Bulls already, the Bulls, I don't know if it was the owner or someone in the front office already saying they're not looking to retool. They want to keep trying to compete. And that was at some point in the middle of this season. I don't think they're going to try to blow anything up. They probably want to see if Lonzo comes back with Kobe White's development. And if they make the playoffs, they're going to feel they have momentum. So they're not going to blow it up. Obviously, the Heat aren't going to blow it up. They're going to keep that shit going. I'm not expecting them to do anything, especially with Jimmy Butler going down. They're going to look as that's going to be their caveat to keep it going. Oh, if Jimmy wasn't hurt, we could have shocked the world again. So let's run that shit back. Like, yeah,
the Heat should blow it up. They should.
Absolutely. They should.
Well, see, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'll be honest. That Philly game made me realize, bro, that playoff rising thing, it's real, bro. It's real with them boys. It's actually real. I believe it. But now that Jimmy's hurt, it's definitely questionable for sure. The blowing up thing.
They still gonna rise.
The only way.
Nah, it's just like when I was watching them play Philly in that defense, I'm like, bro, this team can really do it to the Celtics again, bro. Like low key, they can still do it. But now
Philly's not that good though.
Now they can't.
I don't think
That's
the
problem. Miami's not that good.
I just feel like you need at least one ring if you're gonna try to convince me that, oh yeah, we can turn it on when we want. Hey, as long as we get there, we're gonna win.
Look, listen, I'm gonna believe you as long as you as long as you have the facilities to knock out the C's. I'm gonna believe you. I don't need none of that ring shit, bro.
Have the facilities of actually fucking winning. I don't give a damn if Elgin Bader's telling me, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna turn this shit on. If you're a loser, you're a loser. What are you turning it on? You turn it on to an extent? Like, no.
But you're forgetting, Dumbo. They're not supposed to be there, though.
I'm not trying to hear that. Jimmy Butler not supposed to be there. Jimmy Butler is out here being a new age John Stockton, a new age Elgin Baylor. Like, we're just giving guys credit for making it. As a LeBron fan, also, that wasn't enough. When I was, LeBron's been to 8, 9, 10 finals straight. That don't matter. Did he win all of them?
I'm not even bringing up. I'm not bringing up finals performances at all, or finals appearances. Actually, I'm just talking about being able to compete with some of the better teams in the East.
Right.
Oh, now we're just talking about competing. What is this pity pat participation.
I don't. You think? Do you think I care? The
league.
only thing I care about is that if the Celtics can lose in the East, that's all I care
No,
about.
dude,
I
this is KB. I think honestly, this might be one of the worst Easts I've seen. Like, it's
You know why you're saying
I
that.
know
No,
why
I
you
know.
think I'm saying that.
This
But
isn't-
let's be
this isn't a
honest.
bad
Nigga always got
injury.
some LeBron random prop.
Bro,
Like that's just
stop,
sitting there,
stop,
bro.
stop,
We're just
stop.
waiting
I
for
give
look,
you-
I know
underlying
Yeah,
agenda.
Stop.
There's
That's
a
not.
chance-
That's
Okay,
not
so
the
why
reason
why
I'm-
is
Every
this
single
East
series,
worse
I
than
ain't
the
gonna
lie.
2013 or
With the
14?
guy-
I
One
never
mic, one
said
mic,
that,
one mic,
though.
one mic. Let's one
I
mic.
never, bro. I never.
W
said
host,
that. I'm
W
just
host.
saying, considering the injuries, like people
Double
think
never.
Philly's a contender, bro. Embiid's not at like 60%. They're done. The Heat are not going to shoot 40% again. They're done. The Bucks, honestly, if the Bucks were playing mostly good schedules in the West, the Bucks are not a threat at all. No one is scared of the Bucks. Legitimately,
got
the
Lincoln.
only team from the East that anyone would even consider be a championship contender is
Take
the
it out
Celtics.
that way. Take it out that way.
So like most of LeBron's years? Okay, no, let me stop. No.
Dude, I think I'm not even bringing up LeBron. You did, but I think Paul George's Indiana Pacers team will be better than most of these teams in the East right now.
Wait,
Bro,
what?
the Diesel's
I have a
Bulls would be
very-
better
I-
than most
you know
of these
what's
teams.
crazy? You could
I
prop
don't know
that
how
for
to say it. The Paul George Indiana Pacers team was so good because Frank Vogel was playing drop coverage before the rest of the league figured out that drop coverage was the best defense. That's not working in today's game. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
They were living off the fact that they were playing defense that the rest of the league hadn't figured out was effective.
A team
Okay.
with
I'm sorry,
Abidjan-
in today's league, you're not just gonna be able to play drop with Roy
respect
Hibbert
being
and-
innovative?
I,
a team-
Yeah, he was
I-
innovative. That's why he was great
I'll
in
put this-
2013. We're now in a league where everyone understands that. Like, I'm
These-
sorry, that's
I'll
not
put
gonna
it
Yeah,
work.
I'm not gonna lie. That was
I
literally
think
like
relative,
when
I'll put it this way. I think relative, let's say relative to that era, that Pacers team is better than any. I think it's better than any team outside the Celtics in the East.
relative to
I think the
you.
Knicks. I think this year's Knicks team. No, stop it. This year's Knicks teams beat them in 5.
Nah,
in
Yeah.
5
Yes.
games. Oh yeah,
Nah.
pull up shoot. Bro, I'm taking Brunson's pull up shooting. Facts.
you're taking
Brunson-
Brunson over Paul George.
No,
Yes.
it's not over Paul George. I'm taking
wait,
Brunson's
that's
What
pull
are we
up.
talking about? We talking about
I mean,
2013 when Roy
yeah,
Hibbert was
the
cooking,
best-
or
the best
2014 when
version-
Paul George was cooking?
The best version of the Pacers had Paul George averaging like 17 points.
You can't
Yeah,
forget
the
Dante.
2013 Pacers was like Roy Hibbert was low key their best player, and then 2014 is when he was
But
cooking.
that was the best version of the Pacers.
That's why I'm agreeing with you. I'm just
And
putting it out there.
I'm taking, and I promise you, and hey, shout out Roy Hibbert. No disrespect to your profession. You know,
Yeah.
hey, you
Ain't
know
he-
we good
wasn't
big
he on?
dog.
Wasn't he?
I'm about to say,
wasn't he on?
hey, he was the guy that told me, hey man, I wish I could hit that little turnaround left like you got, Damo. I respect you, Big Roy. Ain't no goddamn way you telling me Roy
The
Hibbert about
fact that he had playoff
Against
games
niggas
where
playing-
he's
like,
7
come on,
feet
man.
tall and got 0
on, man.
rebounds is still crazy to me.
Roy is getting ate up against a Tibbs D. Oh yeah,
I'll never forget, bro. They really
Made
they
up.
really took that guy
He
out
was
during that
averaging like
Miami.
20 points
Yeah.
against the Heat, though. He was looking like Hakeem against the Heat.
Yeah,
So-
because he had no true bigs.
who the hell do they have? Joel
No.
Anthony, Dexter
No,
Pittman.
they didn't
What?
play Chris Anderson enough. They could have played him, but they didn't.
Stop.
Hey, wait a minute now. Respect Joel Anthony. That's a world champion.
He was an
Yeah.
undersized big. He
Lord.
wasn't.
Chris
Oh my
Anderson
God.
Yo,
was.
Mars, we're slowly getting into LeBron talk. It's like
Anyway.
we're creeping.
Yeah, I don't know how we got
Yeah, this
there.
is insane.
I'm not going there with
Guys,
it.
it's your fault, KD.
Oh, no, we're not
It's
gonna
KD.
get there.
It's
This
KD's
On a
fault.
real, like these playoffs is for me. I'm just not gonna be watching the East. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'll watch Orlando because I like Paolo.
Nah, I'm definitely watching Milwaukee, Indiana. Wallahi, I'm there.
I'm
I will
watching
be
the
there.
I'm
I'm
Magic.
not
sitting.
gonna lie. I feel like the
I'll be
only
attending.
series I'm not gonna watch, like religiously, is like the Celtics and the Bulls.
Right.
Exactly.
The
Right.
Magic is gonna. The Magic.
The
are
only
most
way I
intriguing
watch the
team in
Celtics
East.
versus Bulls is if the Bulls win the first game. Then I'm
Stop.
just like,
It doesn't
I could already
I'm gonna be
imagine.
I'm gonna be honest. The Bulls could be up 3-0, and I'm not gonna watch
Exactly.
this.
I could already imagine Kobe White coming to the TD Garden putting up 45, man.
Every night,
Yeah.
bro. Come on.
Nah, I'd watch
Bulls
that.
and
I ain't gonna
four.
lie. If he does
Bulls
I
that,
just said for a game. He could
if
do
he
that
does
for a
that,
game.
then cool.
Listen,
Y'all are
if the
tripping.
Celtics
He's not gonna
lose
do
to
that.
the Bulls, I don't know, bro.
I don't think they're gonna lose.
I'm very evidently. I'm probably gonna watch like every playoff game, but like really,
That would be
I
the
don't care
funniest
about the
thing that could
Celtics
happen
game.
in
I might be
playoffs.
doing other
I ain't
things.
gonna
while I'm
lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be breaking down
Kobe
that
White and
matchup.
DeMar
Yo, who
DeRozan
said?
and
Well, the
Celtics.
East. Y'all
They blow that
underrated the
team
East
up,
this
man.
year, man.
I agree.
Go
LeBron.
ahead, go ahead,
I
cook.
agree.
Tell us
Compare
why.
You
this
know this is
East
the
to
best-
2010
One mic,
East is
let
crazy.
him go, let him cook.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
That was me,
Yeah.
bro. The reason why the East is low key not as good this year is mainly because of injuries, bro. When you look at all the contending teams in the East, They've been dealing with injuries. 76ers, the Bucks have been dealing with injuries with Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Dame. We look at the who else? You look at the Cavs, another team in the East contending, dealing with a bunch of injuries. You look at even the team out there, Atlanta Hawks and the Bulls, all dealing with injuries. The East has been injury filled the entire season, bro. That's facts.
You just
I mean,
named two
that's-
teams.
I mean, that's
I'm just saying.
I just wait real quick. So I just want to make sure I'm not misunderstanding. The reason the East isn't going to be trash in the playoffs is because the teams are injured in the playoffs.
No, I think the reason they wasn't as good in the regular season.
But
is
we're
because a
saying
lot
that
of
we're
them were
saying the
injured.
playoffs in the East.
It's because they were injured in the regular season.
I think they're going. I think the East is going to be really good this year. Got teams like the Knicks, the Bucks, and if the Bucks are really healthy, got teams like the Knicks. They're going to give a lot of teams a lot of problems. 76ers, they got Joel Embiid back. Even Philly, that Philly Milwaukee series is going to be really good. I'm not Philly Milwaukee. That Indiana Milwaukee series is going to be really good.
It's because the Bucks suck. That's why. That's
No,
why.
Damn.
no.
Who's that? Who's mad? Why are you so?
Yeah, like, why you so mad?
Football.
Bro?
No,
That's
because
football.
the
That's
Bucks
football.
are not as
He's
good
so
as
angry.
as they should be, bro.
People
Bro.
sleeping on that Cavs Magic series. That's going to
The
be a
Cavs
nice little
are
6-game series.
Sleeping on the Cavs Magic
Cavs are
series.
No, sleeping on
Okay,
that
bro.
series. Hey, that's going to be
That's
a good
bad
series, bro.
hoops.
What is going
That's
on?
literally bad
What is-
hoops, bro.
How
I'm
was that
sorry.
bad? How was that
That's bad
hoops,
hoops.
bro? How was that bad hoops, bro?
Orlando can't legitimately. They can't score, bro. And
It's gonna
Darius
be a
Garland this year has
defensive-
also been kind of shitty. So you pair the fact that Darius Garland's probably going to get his shit locked. Donovan Mitchell's going to have a bit of a tough time.
Because he's injured.
Orlando can't score. Nigga, that's going to be like an 80 to 90 point total per game, bro.
What's
Is
wrong
that the
with
road
that?
these people have been begging
That's
for?
real hoops.
I get
That's
if that's what.
what-
Look, listen. If
Yeah,
that's what you want, by all means, bro. I
I
don't
mean,
want that
scoring
shit.
is gonna
I
go
don't
You don't want
down.
Apple Bucket?
Hold on. What's wrong with having it? What's wrong with it being a defensive series?
I
That
can't
Cavs
watch
series
that.
last year was a great series, bro. Defensive series, hustle series.
That's what we're
It's a
calling.
great series.
I mean,
Something
it's
like that.
perfectly. Hey, shout out Bezos. It's perfectly imperfect hoops. That's all you told me. Oh man, is these guys can't score for real? Which I don't think it's true. But these guys can't score for real. This guy sucks on defense. D Mitch is hurt. What are we about to see? Real basketball is what we about to see. We're about to see Evan Mobley let off.
All right, bet. Dumbo, don't miss a game. Yo, Dumbo, don't miss a game.
No, that was nasty.
The only series in the East that's going to be the only series.
Hey, who's
The only-
missing that, man?
Hey man, 2 of them on NBA TV. How can I miss a game?
Niggas getting NBA TV coverage. It's over, bro.
Hey, that is gonna be a
The only
watchable
series-
man.
That's the one wicked series, bro. I won't be
The
attending.
only series
I
that's going to be
promise.
born is Celtics Bulls. That's the only one in the East, and that's if the Bulls make it out. If the Heat make it out, that's going Celtics Heat. That's going to be good, bro.
With an
Without
injury.
Without
Jimmy,
Jimmy,
no
even
Jimmy.
without Jimmy, even without Jimmy, that's going to be a good
Stop.
series. bro.
I'll be honest. This sounds like cope to me.
Coaching can only take you so far, bro. You need
Cope
a
is
certain amount of
crazy.
talent.
No. Hold on. Let's be
The
honest.
Warriors not even.
I'm gonna be real. The more I think
Okay,
about
they
this,
suck.
the more I start to feel like I'm starting to get the same feeling about the Heat that I got about the Knicks. Like I understand they hurt, but maybe they hurt for the better type shit. Like maybe,
Bro, stop.
There's
like-
no way.
maybe if like the guy that's not there, maybe that helps him. Because I'm looking at this Heat team. I mean, Tyler Hero's there, right? Fat
Okay.
still there, and Bam, the best player.
Bro,
Bro's still there, right?
Did you know?
No.
Did you
No,
know?
no. Let's be 100% honest. Can Terry Rozier not keep
He's
up
hurt
offensively
too.
with Jimmy Butler? Oh, he's hurt.
Yeah, he got a neck injury.
No, Damo.
Nigga said,
I got-
"Wallahi, they're cooked." That's crazy.
I got the perfect thing for you, Damo. I got the perfect. This is Jaime Hawkins' coming out party, man. I'm trying
You're
to tell
right.
you.
You're right.
There you go, Damo. I'm trying to tell you.
Hayward Highsmith.
Lakers should have drafted him.
Oh man.
They should
Nikola
have.
Don't even get me on that.
There you go.
Jokic is
There's a lot of
next.
X
Jokic
factors,
is
New-
next.
the new
Next year,
the new
that
NT.
mentality.
The new NT.
That's a good topic.
This is what
Actually,
I'm saying about how we even perceive the best team.
Like this East is clear. This East clears 2010 East, but that 2010 East was horrible.
2010s.
Fine.
Oh my god.
This is what I'm
Because
saying
I-
about this year's Celtics, right? Even the Celtics are the best team in the East. If you really think about it, they could have easily won 70 games this year. And no one cares.
Did they?
They
Bro,
sat
they
a lot
lost
of
Yeah,
to the
players.
Hawks.
if they won 6 more games, yes.
They
Like
sat.
there are
You
games
know how
that
many
they literally
players
just
they sat throughout the
they
season?
stopped trying because they're so far ahead. They could have
Oh,
easily
like
won
the
10
two
games
Atlanta
this
games
season,
is when they stopped trying.
and no one cares.
Facts.
Well, if you think about it, if you think
When
about it
does
that way,
anyone care
football.
that a team could almost
No, but
have
what I'm saying
possibly
is
won
I think they're
17
still
games?
beatable by an 8 seed. Is what I'm saying. Like
Because they
No,
got
I get
Jason
what
Tatum
it's
as the
saying.
number
Though.
one
I
guy.
get what it's saying.
You know
though.
what?
I'm saying when you think about it like that, Mars, Houston could have won 45 games this season. Got to think about it. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm pretty sure Houston are the biggest underperformers of their expected wins of any team this season. Based on like our net rating and our point differentials.
I'm just
Biggest
saying,
over or
projected
underperformers?
to win like 45 games.
Nah. Because when I was telling niggas that this is a 40-win team, I was told I was reaching for the stars. I was told I was bugging. I was tripping.
You said the
And you
Pistons
just
were
right.
41
And you're
team.
saying,
Where they
and you're saying that they should have been a 45-win team based off statistics.
Statistically,
I'm
based
not
on like
saying- no,
based
I'm
on
not
like
saying
based on like
I'm just saying that
strength of
they have
schedule,
terrible
point
in the
differential, net
And they
ratings,
just-
and all of those things.
The Rockets
They
really
expect
struggled
like
in the
if
clutch
the
this year.
expected win loss for the Rockets was like 45 or 46 wins after.
They should have been like the 6th seed right now. Like, so if you really
46
think
wins is
about
the
it,
10th seed.
Why though?
What do you
Why?
mean?
Why?
The 6th
Why?
seed is 50 wins. They weren't getting.
Yeah, the 46 would have just maybe got us the 10th seed. That's just how dumb the West is. But like technically, the Rockets have underperformed their season.
If Sengun never goes down, they hit it. So
The Rockets are a top
There
6
you
seed
go.
in the East.
Oh, did he?
They're a
Rockets
what?
are the number 2 seed in the East. But
How many teams in the West would be a 2 or 3?
They're a cool player.
All of the playing teams.
Every team in the Western Conference is the 2nd seed in the East, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
for the most part.
Fully
Nah,
healthy.
but the second seed, the East is just underrated, guys. It's just getting overlooked.
Nah.
All right, championships coming out the East.
Are we talking
Is it?
talking a healthy East? Because a healthy East is
No, the East
healthy
that's happened this year. The East that happened
Just
this year.
how it played
Oh,
out.
so just how everything played out. Then yeah, damn near from what 3 to 10, 11? All of them are a 2 to 3 seed.
Keep in mind the West was this deep and Memphis was terrible. Like
That's why like as a Houston guy, I don't even like next year we still might not be in like the top
bro.
6. Like we probably
Warriors
won't
will
make
fall off though.
we might be like the 9 seed next year. Like the West is stupid.
Nah. I'm gonna tell you, like I said, going into this season, which I was wrong. I just didn't know everybody was gonna just take a step up. I don't think the West is gonna go like this again next year. I honestly don't. I don't think the
why
West.
not?
I
It was
know,
like this
because,
for like 5 years.
the way
in
Memphis is
2010s.
gonna move next year.
in the 2000s.
Warriors.
Oh, you back with us? No, you. No
I think it's froze still. Yeah, he's still.
Warriors fall off probably.
Okay, boom. There we go.
The
I'm back.
Clippers. Do you think the Clippers disband?
Wait, why would the Warriors fall off?
No.
KB,
They're blowing it up. That's
KB,
why.
no,
Just
I'm
ain't
impressed with
suck.
KB.
I just want to know his logic. That's it. I'm not gonna say.
No. My logic. They're blowing that shit up. That
No,
shit blowing
football
up.
breakdown. I want to know
That's
why
what
he
I
thinks
think
they're
is
gonna.
going to happen too.
Who are they gonna get rid of? Clay and Draymond?
Yes. I don't know who they get rid of. I just don't think the team is going to be the same. I think they're going to start. It's going to be a.
KB.
Yeah.
The thing is, who is gonna? Because Clay is getting worse. Draymond is being Draymond. Steph is regressing slightly,
And Steph is
and then-
aging too.
and like
Yeah.
Kevon Looney, Wiggins, they're both getting worse. Like who is gonna step up on that role, and who are you guys getting in free agency to make that team any better?
This free agency. I already said this free agency sucks. It was just when they made
so
the
I'm
moves
like-
when they made those moves last summer, it was just so that they could actually have more cap flexibility going forward. I think Clay's probably going to receive like a massive pay cut. I don't think they're actually going to get rid of him as much as they should have earlier. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Draymond surprisingly actually aside from him being suspended for like a month and a half, actually had a pretty good year in my opinion.
That's true.
Steph regressed, but I thought his role this season was pretty horrible given what he had to do for the team. CP can't come back. That nigga, he can't come back. I mean,
But
He should just retire at this
and
And-
what is gonna help this team? Because I don't see.
you need to
anything
find
improving
a
it.
secondary. To be honest with you, you need a secondary and you need a center. Like that's your two biggest problems right now.
Is there any possibility in your eyes that Steph leaves?
No.
No.
I'm just asking.
He makes too much money for that franchise.
Why would you subject Steph to still deal with this organization? Just let him go.
Because of the money you make?
Do I think he should have to deal with it? No, but he won't leave. He's not gonna want to leave.
Why won't he leave?
He wants to. He literally said he wants to be a warrior for life.
I heard Kyrie say he
Kyrie
wants.
say-
That's what I'm saying. Kyrie
wanted
said
to
the
be
same
out.
thing.
Hey, Kyrie thinks the Earth is flat.
Yeah,
Come
but
on.
Steph has been there for how many years and is still not
Paul
batting
George
an
wanted
eye.
to be a Thunder.
Steph had
he decided
opportunities to
anything.
leave beforehand.
Steph
He
has
didn't
won
leave.
rings for this franchise, though, so it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
I'm not saying I don't think he wants to leave.
D
Bro. I
Wade
think he
still
wants
lives
to stay
Miami.
there. If a
Right.
nigga
Yeah,
says he
D-Wade
wants,
did leave Miami.
if he wants to stay there, he's probably going to stay there, bro. He doesn't want to leave.
Yeah,
LeBron
he's
left Cleveland twice.
Do I
I
think
mean,
he?
why
Do I
would
think
you?
he
You're
should?
already 36.
Right.
Why
Wait.
how is he 35? Why
You
is
guys
he-
don't
Because he
have your
can go
pick this
play
year,
with
right?
Wemby.
You guys don't have your pick this year, right?
You
KD?
know, it's
If
funny.
it
I thought
somehow
about
if we
that.
somehow get a top 4 as ours, if we
The
somehow
Rockets
get
have the
You
Warriors
don't have
pick?
your pick. Okay.
yeah, it's,
The Blazers have it, right?
the
I don't know
Blazers.
who has it, but yeah,
I'm
someone
pretty
has
sure
it.
it's the Blazers.
Yeah,
So,
what if
like,
they do trade?
you guys have a
trade
second round pick. I
Steph
don't even know
to,
you can do
or
that.
Steph goes to plays with Wemby.
Do you draft Bronny, KB, and get LeBron?
Yes.
Get LeBron.
Yes, bro.
That is 100. That is 1,000 IQ player right there.
I'm be honest. If you want to save your franchise, that's the best option.
LeBron and Steph for 1 year.
You'll still
That's the
need a
best
center.
option I
might
think you
be.
have. If you don't want
Do
to
they
blow
have
it
any
up,
future draft
use
picks?
your second round pick, draft Bronny.
I don't
and
think
get
LeBron. If that were to happen, Steph would have to go to LeBron. LeBron can't come here. There's no way that wouldn't happen. But
So if you guys don't,
if
so if you guys don't mind me,
nah, it's because of legacy talk. Could you
You know what's
imagine?
gonna happen, right? KB during the USA basketball collusion. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna see some.
The
what's gonna
collusion's
happen
gonna
is
work the
that-
other way. It's gonna work the other way.
what's
Niggas
gonna-
gonna poach Steph away from the Warriors.
What's
That's
gonna
what's
happen?
gonna happen.
LeBron and Steph are gonna get a feel of playing with it. Paul, whoa.
Yo.
get Steph to Minnesota. I said it again.
I'll
No,
let you
please,
down that hill,
God,
buddy.
no, please, God, no.
Minnesota should have got him when they had 2 picks in 2009.
You know what I was gonna say.
That's why you got to send them back. That's why you got to poetic justice, Marge. Poetic justice.
Look, listen, bro. I'm just praying we somehow land Donovan Mitchell. That's all. I pray. every day.
You want another small backcourt?
Bro, we need some scoring, dog. We need scoring desperately. I said
Bro,
Zach. You know what's crazy? I
Curry?
said Zach LaVine, but that nigga's contract is just so bad. Like it's
Laurie
so,
Markkinen is what y'all need.
Laurie Markkinen is what we needed, but Utah doesn't want to give him up. They want him to be held hostage for non-winning basketball for the next 5 seasons. So
That's not true. They said that. They said they're willing to give up Laurie. You just love to give up.
they're
the player
not.
that you
Now they
want.
wanted 4 first-round picks for him.
They're not giving that
They
nigga.
wanted
They're not
4
giving him up,
first-round
bro.
picks for him.
They're not giving him
Again,
up.
they're willing to give him up. You just got to pay a lot for him. That's different.
And I was willing to, but they just didn't want to give him up.
Yeah, nigga, but you don't run. You're not working.
You're
with
not,
the
yeah,
Warriors.
you're not Mike Dunleavy.
you're not.
Bro, I spoke to Mike yesterday. I told him what's going on, bro.
All right, buddy. All right.
Here we
buddy.
go.
Nah, let me
Here
stop.
we go.
I got
Hey,
a
Dumbo, do you think the Pistons make the play-in next
I
year?
don't have some shots.
Of course, they're a 40-win team.
Pistons?
Next year?
Pistons, Detroit.
Next year. They're
I
a
hope
40-win
so,
team
man.
next year.
Yo, Mars, you got super chats again?
I definitely have
Question:
some
Is
shots.
there any chance?
No,
Because I
don't
think
have
Giannis
super
is.
chats.
Hold on,
Yo,
hold on.
Oh, yeah, we got
Let's
super
not
chats,
super
bro.
chat. Let's not super chats out.
Okay, there we go. I don't know. Best show on PC. Real ones know. Facts. L Domo. I need someone else to be an L since Dub is no longer with us. LKB. What the hell?
Nigga, why don't you
Okay.
L somebody in the
Bro,
chat?
why is everyone
L?
always hating
Why are you
KD?
on my dick? What the fuck?
You banned me.
Like you've been saying LKB for like 6 months at this point. It's not. This is me banning you.
You
isn't
banned
the
me.
reason.
You banned me.
This is not the
You banned
reason.
me. I had foresight.
Leave me alone.
Ken 10. Last time it was all NBA heart and hustle. Today, what's you guys all NBA no heart or hustle? Does Trae Young make the cut? Also, the Knicks were
Ben
perfect.
Simmons. Ben
No
Simmons.
heart. No heart. Which players have no
It's not
heart?
really fair to Ben. He's been having back problems.
No heart.
Ben Simmons.
Is it disgusting if I say Jeff Green?
Stop.
Yeah.
I don't watch
I
him.
would-
See, no heart. We'll go James Harden, point guard.
No one got White.
James Harden.
Yeah, no heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga don't got no heart for
Now
real.
put Ben Simmons in the plate.
James Harden, no heart. Let's see, shooting guard. James Booknight.
Oh, I got what
small
DeAndre
forward.
Ayton. DeAndre Ayton.
How you know
DeAndre
that
Ayton
nigga?
got
How you know
no
he
heart.
ain't got no heart?
James Booknight is a good pick. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a good pick.
Let's see, small forward.
Sen Bimmons.
KD.
Jonte. Oh, no, Jonte's a big, ain't he? Jonte Porter ain't got no heart.
Yeah, Jonte. Yeah, so he could be the 4. He could be the 4.
Jonte
Yeah, he
ain't got
can be
no heart
four.
for real.
Oh, the starting center is DeAndre Ayton. That's the starting center.
It might have to be Vucevic, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Could be Chris
Respect
Paul.
Big Vooch.
We don't respect him
Vooch.
around here.
Respect Big Vooch.
Well,
I don't know
going
you
to now.
small forward would
We
be.
gonna
I don't
start
know
to.
what
That
the
dude
wing
gets
would
put
be.
on a poster every single game.
The wing with no heart.
Yeah, the wing with no heart. I don't know.
Jordan
What
Poole
Wait,
got Jordan Poole got
was
no heart, bro.
How does
DeAndre
Jordan?
Ayton the guy
Not
who
too
got
much on
snowed
Jordan
in?
Poole, bro. Not too much, bro. Chill.
Was DeAndre Ayton the
Yeah.
guy who like
I ain't gonna lie to
he
you.
would come into a game because he was like
Who's the
Or
star?
or
KD,
something?
make your pick.
Come
LeBron
on.
or KD, make your pick. You pick. You pick which one.
Paul George.
For no
Yeah,
heart?
Yeah, for no heart. I mean, Paul George.
Kawhi, because he's a robot.
Nah, I'm not gonna go with that one. Nah, Kawhi got heart.
No
Let's go
heart.
with LeBron. I say
The
LeBron
man,
ain't
the
got
man
no
who
heart.
doesn't play.
LeBron and
no
or
heart.
KD, there's no
I
bad pick.
I say LeBron.
I say KD.
Once you take the integrity out, I don't think you got heart. And let's not lie and say LeBron and KD.
KD has heart.
They
That nigga-
removed
He
his
just
tech-
played
nah,
basketball.
nigga, nah,
Nah,
nigga,
that
nah.
nigga
Here
got
go
no heart.
KB, caping for the man who got his team
Nah,
2
buddy.
rings.
They both took the integrity out of the game we love.
Here you
Stop
go.
it.
Oh, so if we're talking about taking the integrity out, LeBron James. I'm going with LeBron, bro.
But how would you over
Crazy.
KD?
What do we think the Suns are gonna do this playoffs? I feel like no one's spoken about the Suns for real.
Here
I
he
think
goes.
Cookie Timberwolves, I ain't gonna
Here he
lie.
goes.
Gotta take the integrity
They
out.
gonna
I know,
go
I
further
really
than-
don't
they gonna
know,
go
'cause
further
the-
than
They realistically can make.
Who's gonna go? Who's gonna go further? Football, the Lakers or the Suns?
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm
we
serious.
both can't go to the second round.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, I don't know.
Okay, so if which state is further from home for them based on the teams?
Well, they play Minnesota.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
don't know.
a good
geography.
defensive team, you know.
No,
But
I
they
don't know
beat-
geography. I'm asking geographically which state is further.
I mean, Phoenix and Minnesota are on the opposite ends.
Are we
of
about to
the-
do a travel time tax right now?
I guess.
Yeah, because not a tax. He was saying
Well,
who's going to go
Denver
further.
and LA are closer than.
Well, LA would have it. Wouldn't they have it worse?
I'm about to say Colorado and California are closer than
But
Arizona and
elevation,
Minnesota.
So
elevation.
Phoenix are traveling further. There you go. That's the answer.
But
Yeah,
elevation
Phoenix
tax.
is going further. Yeah.
Elevation tax.
I'm about to say, yeah, what the argument you can make for distance can also be made up in terms of elevation, in my opinion.
Bro, they really put the Knicks
Yeah, that
and
Denver
Philly. They put
elevation
Mike
is crazy.
Breen
I ain't
on
gonna
game
lie.
1 of Knicks Philly, man. They're not even giving us good commentators for Lakers.
You don't like
Nuggets.
Mike Breen?
Wait.
No, I'm mad that he's doing the Knicks and Philly game 1 like this early. Like I didn't want him to.
Well,
do
wait.
game
So
one.
what game should he be doing?
Know what I'm saying?
One of the other games, Dallas, LA,
A Western
Lakers,
Conference
Nuggets,
game.
something
A
else.
Western Conference game. Yeah.
Are we
Western
now going to be a
Conference team.
stickler for games that
I
commentators?
don't think.
I don't watch the games with commentary anyway.
They're trying so hard to make the
like-
Eastern Conference playoffs.
Okay,
Commentary
say
is not
I'm gonna
bad.
lie.
that's what I ain't
Richard
go. I don't know.
Jefferson is
You know what's crazy?
playing
I didn't
commentary.
know about the section of people who actually watch the games without commentary. That's genuinely like insane to me. I don't
That's
know how
nasty work
You
for
know
me.
what?
I'm not
It
gonna
really
lie.
came.
I
it
don't know
really
how
came-
y'all do that.
Some of these commentators.
Nah,
It's not even about-
It's about the fan, the momentum, the like. How do you know
I ain't gonna
momentum
lie,
play
the
is happening
Warriors and
without the
Celtics
fans being
broadcast
Oh
involved
no,
in cheering?
you can sense the vibe. If someone,
I'm about to say, yeah. I mean,
every time if someone smokes open layup,
It's
you
not.
just
It's
know
not the
crease
same
going
though.
in on
Like,
the other end, that's
let's say
guaranteed.
the Knicks
no,
get like a
Brooklyn,
3
bro.
off and they pin Embiid and you hear the crowd going crazy. You hear Brunson about to pull up for 3.
I mean, you can see. I mean,
But
you
I
have
get 'em.
eyes. You can see the crowd
Like,
going
you can
crazy.
feel
I feel
momentum
you,
plays.
KB.
I don't know. How to tell
You,
It's
you
not-
can
it's-
see the crowd going crazy. You can see the reaction of the players.
It's
My
not the
thing is
same
this.
though, Damo. It's
If
not
you're
the same.
stop it. It's not
If
about.
I
Okay,
don't
you
have to
see
hear
feeling.
Doris Burke, I'll do it.
I'm not. It's not about hearing the fans go crazy for momentum plays. I've played and watched basketball long enough to know
He's
when
got his
momentum
shot
is
pinned off the
shifting.
backboard. He knows.
Like,
No, I like hearing
know
the-
I'm not saying.
myself.
I'm not saying I
It's
don't
not-
know
hold on,
when
hold on,
momentum.
hold on.
Okay.
My thing, because I'm with you. I think people who watch the games silent are psychopaths. Honestly, how the hell do you know why the play's stopping? That be killing me.
That's what bothers me. I mean, that's
Yeah,
How
for
do
sure.
you watch? I tried watching without commentary.
Just like you don't know what's
when I'm
going
in a
on.
Discord, because usually you're like, people be deep as hell in Discord watching games. Bro, when everybody's talking and we're just watching the game, no sound, and then play just stops, now we speculate. Oh, somebody travel, offensive foul, defensive foul. Oh, why did he call? Why is he trapped? Why is he trapped?
And then you just like, defensive 3 in the key. Defensive 3 in the key.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Someone threw chicken on the court, like in the Pelicans game. Oh, that's why they're stopping. It's chicken on the court.
Look.
Like,
Oh no, the reason why you knew that's because they panned to Zion. That's why you knew that shit.
Dama. The only time I would mute the commentary is if they're that bad, like the Celtics and the Warriors.
Oh yeah, the
Celtics.
The Celtics are bad. The Celtics are
Oh no, that's true. That's very true.
Like those, when you get to those kind of commentators, I can understand that, right? Like
the Warriors is the worst by far.
I'll never forget. I was watching the Atlanta game when the Celtics were playing Atlanta, and DeJounte was like, he had like 45 on like 46 shots attempts or whatever. And the Celtics commentators like pissed as hell, like, clearly showing bias towards the Celtics.
Oh yeah.
DeJounte Murray makes a shot and he's like, of course he took that shot. Of course he made it. Of course he made it. Like in like a sarcastic tone. I'm like, bro, damn. Bro.
I will say that is a reason. That is a reason why I can understand people pulling the psycho card and taking the sound off. When you're watching a commentating team that's biased, I will say biased commentating does. I'm not going to say ruin the game. But it just pisses me off.
No, but like you can't tell me that you do that for like I can understand for like if you watch the Warriors play a random team, then I can understand that 100%. But if you tell me Mark Jones is commentating, there's no way you're not listening to him broadcast that game. I'm sorry. Mark Jones, Kevin Harlan, Mike Breen, these guys are generational, bro.
Shout out Stacey King.
Every time I listen to commentary,
shout out to the
One mic.
Every time I'm listening to commentary, I just hear nonsense. I heard them talking about NBA Twitter. Oh, Doris, but you to JJ Redick. Oh, you pay attention to NBA Twitter. And they talk about.
Now, I will say this.
I don't care. Like I'd rather just watch the game.
Now that I've actually I've seen like both sides of it, like the JJ Redicks of trying to break down a play during a game, and then you have what's his name, Mark Jackson with the "Mama, there goes that man," like like the high plays or whatever. Which one I like rather have? I'm not gonna lie, I rock with JJ Redick, but I just don't think he's meant. I don't like. What Mark Jackson does as like a supplementary commentator is far better than what JJ is doing. Like,
when Doc Rivers was commentating, my ears were hurting.
Yeah, that was
Doc Rivers was on commentary.
Yeah, it was bad.
But like Mark Jones saying he's hotter than fish grease or butter, bro. Like, come on,
we need a commentator tier list at some point.
Bro, Stacey King.
If we do that, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what buddy name is in Charlotte.
He's S tier.
He has to be S tier. How do you do? That shit is fire. Oh,
the funny thing,
I want to go.
When Terry Rozier was on the team,
Kelly Oubre. Nah, but
the level of commitment it takes to react to a 20-win team.
Stacey King and Adam Amin. Man.
Yeah, Stacey King is the GOAT. I want to go higher. Bro, that's so goated, bro. So goated.
Stop
overrated.
it.
Overrated.
So goated, bro.
So what we think about these series this weekend? We haven't talked about them for real.
Well, first of all, let's
go.
What are predictions for the night? Predictions for the night in terms of getting to finally set the playoffs. We can talk about that.
Pelicans.
The Heat beat the
Pelicans.
Sacramento Bulls.
I'm going Bulls.
You said what?
I hope the
Bulls.
I don't like that
they're gonna run it back.
Okay. You can't let anything go. This shit's crazy.
Zion's not playing tonight, right, Damo?
Yeah, no, there's no Zion, no Jimmy Butler.
Bulls, Sacramento.
I'm gonna still go Pelicans.
Is BI playing?
Yeah,
BI's playing.
I'm gonna go Kings. Definitely Kings Bulls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going Kings Bulls.
Yeah, me and football.
So no one has the Heat being the Bulls.
Fuck out of here, bro.
No, I have the Heat because
agreeing with football breakdown. All right.
How much does Jimmy Butler actually mean to the Heat? Like, I feel like people
not that much.
I mean, he's their best player.
I just don't think Bang's aggressive enough.
No, he's not. He's the second best
player.
The only argument you can have
he's the best player, but I don't think the gap is that big. I don't think the gap is that big. You have an argument
if Duncan Robinson is also healthy, because like I ain't gonna lie, the Bulls can't shoot threes. So if you can just shoot,
but Duncan is healthy.
Shooting them last
Duncan is healthy. Spo's just not playing though. Like he was just the DMP for the last game. Spo just hasn't been playing though.
Who?
It's like that last Spo when he wasn't playing Duncan Robinson. Like
he needs to play DeLon Wright more minutes too. I don't know why he doesn't play more minutes.
I mean, looking at it, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a huge hater of the Heat, I mean, without Jimmy, they they're one of the bigger next man up teams in the NBA, and the
Yeah.
players they still have. Again, I didn't know Terry was hurt. I thought Terry was healthy, but if Terry's hurt, then that complicates things a little bit. But I do think Delon can give you valuable minutes. I do think guys like Jovic, Hawkes, guys like that are going to take a big step up. Hay Smith, whatever that nigga name is. But most importantly, I'm not gonna lie, man. No Jimmy, bro. Tyler Hero might turn into Luka. Not gonna lie to you.
Stop.
No, I'm not even talking about individual production. I'm just talking about how they're like.
What did you say? Wait, Dama, what'd you say?
Tyler Hero might turn into the East Coast Luka, man. I don't know. He
Luka
might turn
who?
into Miami.
My money's more on Jaime.
Bro, that brother just put up a 9 for 20.
he's going
He just put
against
up a 9 for 27 games.
Hey, that's because the stench of Jimmy was on the court. If there's no,
do you know that's the same? Do you know that's the same date? Do you know that's the same date that when when Dame got traded to the Bucks? On top of that too,
we just gonna act like Jimmy Butler wasn't 5 for 18 in that.
And he shot 4 for 14.
He's on one leg, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, we just gonna act like 3 of the shots Jimmy Butler made weren't just transition layups.
He was hurt.
I do think that this is.
You gonna praise?
But you're not gonna praise the defense that he was playing.
I do think this is the game where the Heat can get a good look at their young guys and Jovic and Jaime and see what the future looks like, post Jimmy, because I do think people have lost how old Jimmy is getting ready to be. Mm-hmm. And, he's lost a step or two. He's not as explosive, and he wasn't like a overly athletic guy to begin with. So with him losing a step or two, I think this gives not just looking at this one game, but this does give them a window into looking into guys like Jaime and a Jovic to see what they can do, because Bam still is relatively young. And so now you can see what pieces you may need to help build around him. And if, like to Damo's point, if you want to include Tyler Hero in your core package, now you can start looking at, okay, what type of guys do we need now to build around them for the foreseeable future with Jimmy being out of this game? I know it's not a large sample size, but you at least get some type of perspective as to, at least particularly Jovic and Jaime, what those two players are, in a high pressure situation as this is, without a guy like Jimmy Butler being there. You know what I mean?
Nah, they ain't ready for playoff Kobe White. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
hey, and you might be right. You might be right. But
unanimous in my opinion.
He's the best Kobe we've seen in the last 10 years. I'm standing on it.
So if I'm the Bulls, let's say we go and we do lose. First moves you're making in the offseason, what are we doing? What is the direction of the Bulls? Are we keeping it together, or are we sitting everybody packing that's not Kobe White?
You trade everybody, man.
But
trade DeMar Levine.
The Bulls actually, do they even want to blow it up?
They said they don't, but
fire the GM.
Yeah, we got Lonzo. We got Lonzo coming back next year.
I have to head out, so this is very important to me. But I follow the team very closely, right? It's very sad what's going on. Basically, they sell out every game. Mm-hmm. They're one of the most watched teams in the world, right? They have no reason to blow it up, except the problem is they just view it as like a cash money machine, all right? So that's if you look up Jerry Reinsdorf and his quotes about the Bulls, I'll tell you everything you need to know. All right. Mm-hmm. What they should do, let DeMar walk. Maybe you can find some kind of signing trade. I don't know. Trade Caruso. He's a great player, but he should be on a championship contending team. He's not going to really be doing much on that team. I would trade Patrick Williams. I like Patrick Williams, but I just think if you are rebuilding, it'll just be much better to find a different player, even though he is a young player. I don't know if they can move off of Zach and Vooch because of the contracts and just Zach's been out, and that contract ain't great. Maybe the Lakers are interested. They're always interested, right? Clutch Sports, everything. And then I'd look to tank this year, like 100%. With Cooper Flag coming out, especially, like you got to tank this season, man. What they will do, they're gonna run it back. They're gonna re-sign DeMar and spend. I think this is gonna be the third year where they don't make a trade at all.
Yeah, they haven't made a trade in 2 years.
It's been 3 years since they've made a trade, so that's probably what the direction they're going to go in. Which sucks, but it is what it is, man.
I got a question though. If they are selling out and that's why they're not blowing it up, then I mean, if they're selling out while being this bad, then how much can they lose from having like one rebuilding season?
So
if the fans are that loyal,
this is
then
what
yeah,
I
let's
don't
come back.
understand about the organization. They were selling out when they were bad, right? But
Exactly, and
the
they
reason
are
why
bad.
I'm
They are the
saying this
definition
is the
of bad
quotes
right
from the
now.
organization. They feel that if they go back to being bad, the fans aren't going to show up, which is stupid because when
Anyone
fans
that's
were
showing
there,
up now will show up regardless. That's just how I see it.
that's what I'm saying. The fans will show up, and in terms of like TV money and everything, they'll probably make more because they have a player that can market, right?
They have Kobe
So
White.
look at the Spurs. The Spurs have the third most watched player in the NBA. Look at the change in viewership from the Spurs last year to this year, right? If you have a star you can market, then I don't see a problem with it. They just see it as they just don't really care. That's the problem. It's sad because of how well followed the Bulls are, like nationally and internationally. Like I think they have like one of the biggest fan bases in the world, like statistically. But I just think they're just gonna run it back and just put like a mediocre product on the floor.
Yeah,
that was a lot of Bulls talk.
Can I
say I'll when you go, gang?
Can I ask you a question? Where do we think? I don't think Giannis is staying in Milwaukee for very long. So where is his next destination?
Warriors.
You want me to tell you the
He's
truth?
staying in Milwaukee,
We're
but
doing this again.
yeah, he's staying for.
Didn't he just sign an extension?
Hello, Ryder.
That don't mean a nigga can't request a trade. Like what?
Why would he leave the Bucks? Though?
Why would you want to leave?
Because
what's up, man?
My boy. Anytime there's a superstar on a small market team, if they don't win a chip every year, they got to ask out and get a trade. That's how it goes.
I just don't think he'll win a chip next year, too. I think that team needs to be gutted to some degree.
But you just listen. You just got Dame. You didn't have a proper head coach.
What's his name, Damo?
Let's
the
rock it up.
ancillary pieces are just bad for the Bucks.
I don't think Giannis. He's already won a championship with that team, and they added Dame. It'll be no point of him leaving.
You think he went?
Yeah,
I didn't see. Bro just said like they didn't lose Drew Holiday and other guys. He just added Dame there for vibes. Like,
they added Dame like.
Let me finish.
Like, what are we doing?
They're just going to retour the roster next year. Trade Brook Lopez. Trade more than likely.
What's Brook Lopez's trade value?
Okay, yeah. Who's coming?
They're going to. I don't know.
He's the same man saying the Warriors can retool, but now all of a sudden the Bucks.
Right, like,
that is crazy.
You can trade Brook Lopez. They're going to trade probably.
I mean, the Warriors have young pieces.
They're going to trade. They're going to trade. Chris Middleton might be going too.
And we still have some draft capital. Like
Chris Middleton's going.
Yeah, the Bucks are cooked. Like they can.
What?
How are they?
Yeah, Mars. The Bucks are cooked.
The Bucks. What? Like they have Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, Chris Middleton. That's a hell. That's a bad. That's everything around them is bad. Around Damian Giannis.
Bucks need to retool big time. Like they're
you
not
don't
gonna,
think they're going to
to
retool next
the
year?
Finals anytime soon.
How will they retool though? Who are they trading? How are they getting those players?
They're going to more likely try to trade for some more athletes and perimeter defense because that's what they need the most.
How?
All right,
there's teams that want Brook Lopez.
Let me stop you right here because this is one thing I hate about people that like to have these conversations of who are they gonna move for who. None of you niggas work in the NBA front office. None of you niggas know the actual value of these players. So sitting here saying, but wait, who really are you trading Brook Lopez for? You don't know until Brook Lopez is traded and you find out, damn, that nigga really was worth Colin Sexton and John Collins. Like I didn't know he was worth that. Like stop it. Let's be real for a second. Let's take a step back.
Talk about some of the trade
No, we can be real.
No, you can still talk.
You don't know his trade value though. You genuinely don't know the asking price of a Brook Lopez. So what are we talking?
You would go off of how he played this season, what the market looks like.
Don't we though?
Well, we can't necessarily. We can't necessarily do that because
I mean, you can trade a lot of these guys. You can get like a Dennis Smith Jr.
But this year for the trade deadline, when Damo and I remember watching the episode, Damo was making suggestions for trade picks, and people was telling Damo that he was out of his mind. And then you turn full circle after the trade deadline, some of the same trade suggestions that Damo was giving out, these guys were traded for even worse than that. So it's like you never really know what these guys will be traded for or what teams are looking for, particularly because you don't know if teams are looking at those guys in the aspect of, well, hey, we're just kind of done. So whoever wants them, you can have them for this type of deal. You know what I mean? So we can't
Yeah,
necessarily.
it's true. It's true that we
I'm still
can't know
gonna talk about a
exactly, but
trade
like,
though. Yeah.
for example, like the Mavericks,
I mean,
all Mavs fans knew we were getting PJ Washington. Like we've been saying it since the summer. We knew the trade was going to be Grant Williams. I don't know how everyone knows, but everyone knew. Like you can kind of know the values of these players.
I mean,
In my opinion.
if I'm being
people
honest,
gotta sit here and say, "Oh, but who wants him? Who really wants a Brook Lopez?" How would you know? That's what I'm saying. If you're gonna sit there and tell me, "Oh, but you're not gonna be able to get,"
Yeah,
Brooks,
technically,
who really wants him?
we don't know.
bro,
Yes,
the players,
yes, we don't know. Like it's impossible, bro.
the players that they'll be
Yeah,
looking for are
technically,
not
we don't know
crazy
a lot of
high
things though.
priced
But
players.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They
Like,
don't need a lot to get a Grant
That's
Williams.
fine,
They
but
don't need a lot to
I'm
get a
speaking
Dennis Smith
specifically in
Jr.
terms of
and
if we're
Stiebel.
saying, "Oh, the Bucks should blow it up," and then we're about to go into the conversation about what they should do. Cool, but if you about to really start breaking it down and you're about to, okay, so let's go by player by player. What are you about to get? Like, stop, man. Like,
Especially if we're talking about them needing to
okay,
score
I
players.
see
It's
your
not
point.
like
I
they
see
need
your
a star.
point. Yeah.
in terms of return
Yeah, I
package,
see
in
your
terms
point,
of
Dono.
return package, then I can understand what you're saying. But if I'm talking about what Brook Lopez's trade value is looking like on the market, then we could still discuss it because we could talk about how he was this year, his contract, how old he is, how long he's going to play for. Like those things would like help you narrow down.
Didn't he get an extension this summer?
I think so.
Like 25 million?
Yeah. It was
like 2 years, I think.
Yeah, 2 years.
Rodell, now that you're here, definitely wrong about Spurs having a better record than Dallas. But remember that conversation we had about
when did he say that?
Wait, you had what?
Wow, you said that?
Take him.
No.
What the fuck?
I'm being honest because I want to.
You said that?
I said
that's crazy, bro.
Holy shit!
Can we revisit what I said about Wemby?
Were you sober?
About Wemby and Giannis and about that defense?
What did you say?
Yeah, Wemby's definitely better than Giannis on defense.
Oh, really?
They're both top 5.
Bro,
Wemby's top
you know what's
They're not
crazy?
both top 5.
That's not even a crazy
What?
take. That's not even a crazy take.
No,
That's not a crazy take.
KB. There was a stream before the season started, and I was going 1v like 10.
You said,
Hey yo, what the?
No, you said it would make Giannis. He would make Giannis obsolete.
I was there as the open gym older statesman.
You were there for the 1v10? My fault.
What happened
Damn.
was he said with the arrival of Wemby, will Wemby make guys like Giannis
And
obsolete?
I talked about the defense.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
it.
said-
Yeah.
and I
That's
said
why
Wemby-
everyone got on
no,
to
no,
him. And
I
then he
said
explained
Wemby-
it, and he was like, these 7'4" demigods, all of this. And
Yeah,
then
he was gassing up Wemby like he'd be better offensively than Giannis.
And I said Wemby has a higher defensive ceiling than Giannis too.
But that's not a hot take.
That's not a hot take.
I don't think we did.
I mean,
It's not a hot take, bro.
No, it's not.
It never was, bro.
From day one, I was saying his ceiling was the GOAT.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, everyone do, bro.
Maybe Bruce Hart was right about
I've been
King
saying that
White
since he was playing in France.
I
remember arguing with L Dub about it.
It was like me, Mars, and one other person. Everyone else was like, "Oh, how can you say it? He's never."
Yeah, I must have not have been there for that because I literally.
That's the dub era of open gym. That's where
Yeah.
That's why, yeah, it's older era.
I just want to be completely honest because I did say something that was completely wrong right now. So
No.
Yeah, but wait. How did you even think it was
I'll give you this
possible?
too, because in that conversation, I was pushing back with the people that were so quick to say that Wemby was more skilled than Giannis right off the bat before he even played a game. I was like, I wanted to watch him play a game. I watched him play games. Yeah, he's more skilled than Giannis.
Thank you.
He's more skilled than Giannis.
Wait. Does everyone agree with that? Is Wemby more skilled?
It took y'all that long?
I mean, it did take the whole season.
KB, you're the same guy who said AD's a better offensive player than Giannis. So,
You said that,
and I was wrong.
That's
Oh my god!
And you was
know
right.
We just know you hate Giannis. It's cool.
I was wrong. I could say confidently I was wrong. I apologize. Bro.
Yeah,
I
we're
could do
more
that.
skilled than Giannis.
But you still hate Giannis. That doesn't change that fact.
And I was all. You're also right about that too. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know how you can just be a
Okay,
hater.
wait, KB. How do you hate Giannis? I still think Giannis is better than Luka.
I don't think Giannis is better than Luka. I think Luka's
What?
better.
That's crazy, bro.
It's not that crazy.
It's not. Yeah, it's not that.
Not
great.
Giannis having a historic offensive season.
So was
Luka.
Luka.
But he's playing top
Is
5.
Giannis having a
defense.
historic
Is he?
offensive season?
Yes, he
Yes,
is.
yes,
Yes, he is.
Is
Yes,
he?
he is. Yes, he
Yes.
is. Yes.
Are you sure?
Scoring season.
Yes.
Are you
No,
sure?
he's
Even
having
his passing took a jump. His
Are you
playmaking
sure?
took a look. Listen, I've actually gone to watch Giannis this year, and I've been highly impressed. But I think Luka's having a better season.
So
Giannis is playing top 5 defense.
Is this offensive season that Giannis is having?
It's
better
his
than
best
any
offensive
Luka's
season ever,
last
in my
three
opinion.
seasons? Is it better than Luka's offensive season this year?
No.
No, of course not.
Come on.
Well, yeah, Giannis ain't better offensively than Luka, but I mean,
The defense is
barely,
Yeah, but that's not the bar, though. That's not the bar. Yeah,
But what I'm saying is, people said this is one of the greatest offensive seasons ever, but I don't hear that about Luka's season this year.
No one said Giannis' season was the greatest offensive. It's for his own standard. This is his best offensive season ever. His best offensive season ever. Not in NBA history like that. I know.
It's Luka's best offensive season ever.
Got it.
Yes.
100%.
He shot better on pull-up threes than Curry. Just wanted to say that.
I've seen that.
Yeah, he went crazy.
This is
Luka's my
Luka
MVP, but he ain't
on 585 pull-up threes. So the volume's there.
The only thing that matters is Jalen Green's pull-up 3-point percentage in March. That's the only thing.
For 30 days, man.
Wait, are we gonna talk about how Ticket was just saying the same thing about the Lakers, like he said last year?
I actually never asked you that.
Get in foul trouble. Gabe Vincent and Dennis Schroeder.
I'm not gonna ask Damo that question, but Mars, how was that episode? I actually never really got to
what episode?
The return of type shit.
Oh, it was alright. The
more spreading narrative the entire episode.
The more tickets on, the less I have to talk. So I don't know.
That's sad. That is so sad.
To be honest with you, it is true because if you give Ticket the mic, he won't stop talking. So
that's what's
I'm chilling. I don't mind. I have less to say, so I'm good.
Mars, who are you more disappointed in? The Rockets or that bum team from London?
Oh, I'm not disappointed in the Rockets at all. They exceeded my expectations.
Oh man, yeah. How you feel, Mars?
This is
my team cooks yours.
So we're not even talking about that sport. So I don't know, super chat. KB, don't make us get home easy on you. So I guess that's I don't know what he.
Yeah, KB, you can't say that word.
Oh my god!
Wait. And then your favorite pitcher said, "How would the 15 Hawks fare in today's East?"
Not good.
The same as the 2024 Hawks.
You think they're not a playoff team?
They don't move me.
I think. Wait, are we putting them in this East given how everything is already played out, or are we is everyone are we running it back?
Whoever gets them in the play-in, whichever one helps the agenda.
Pacers or Hawks? 15 Hawks or Pacers?
Probably that Hawks team.
This Pacers team or
this Pacers team, yeah.
Or the Hawks? Give me the Pacers.
I would probably go. I don't know. I would probably say Hawks.
That's another thing. I go live, Mars. I can't wait for that Indiana Milwaukee matchup. Genuinely, I can't wait.
Is Hallie healthy finally?
I can't.
I can't wait for Dame to just show you again in the first round what he's really like.
Is Giannis?
Are you ready for another Dame game winner? And then you have him to talk about who's clutch or not?
If Giannis is playing, but
I can't wait for Dame to show his clutch in the first round.
That's unfortunate.
I'm picking the Pacers regardless if Giannis plays or not. I just want to know if Giannis.
Because you're just a Giannis hater.
What?
That's why.
Yeah, we know you're
not. Even if Giannis has actually ended, I picked the Pacers, but because Giannis is unhealthy, if Giannis gets to play, then I think the Bucks are gonna win.
The Bucks win.
I think it's a 5-game series.
I just want the only thing I wanted this. I just want Hallie to outplay Dame, so I could just troll Dame fans more. That's all I want, to be honest.
If Hallie was healthy, that would be a for sure thing. Hallie would definitely.
Why does Giannis keep getting away with being injury prone in the playoffs? And then people say, should he stay or not? It's him who has to fix his health problems, not the team.
What do you mean? If the man gets injured, what do you want him to do?
He keeps getting injured in the playoffs, and then people say he should leave because the organization is not helping. No.
I can't blame someone for being.
No, I'm not blaming him. I'm saying if you're going to say that he needs to leave because they're not winning, he's the one getting injured. It's not the organization's fault.
Yeah, but the difference is even if he was there were still problems of them not winning, even when he was healthy.
Yeah, they were gonna lose regardless.
To see them healthy first, the only year
you saw them healthy earlier in the season when they had a different coach in Adrian Griffin. They were still winning games relatively, and they were still everyone was looking at them. Even from my perspective, when they were winning ball games, fine. We were still looking at them yo, this team still has massive holes, and I don't know if they could beat the Celtics and compete for a title. So, even when they were winning, Giannis was playing at his best, and even with his best season, and with Dame as well, we still didn't know if this team was going to be that team to actually go ahead and win it all. That's why people were yo, Giannis should probably low-key leave, because what's around him just doesn't really make any sense at the moment.
Okay, just hear me out. So last year, they were like arguably the best team in the league, and then he got injured, and we didn't really see the potential of that team. But people were talking about how no one could carry them when he was out, and that's why they traded for another offensive superstar in Damian Lillard, which of course is going to cost them something because you don't get a top 15 player in the league for nothing. So they traded their perimeter defense for Damian Lillard, and of course it was going to take time for them to develop something to make up for that defense, or maybe make some trades or whatever. So we can't really judge them based on that. And then he gets injured again, and people are like, "Oh, he needs to leave now because they're not doing enough."
What do you mean you can't judge them off of that? They played like half of the season.
We need to see that team healthy first in the playoffs and losing before judging them. I know there are signs of what could be their weaknesses. Of what they like their weaknesses.
He's just asking for real evidence.
Y'all are overreacting.
No, like every team has weaknesses. That doesn't change the fact that we haven't seen them healthy. They keep losing.
No, they were still to me better than some teams, but they still weren't the team that I could definitively be like, they're definitely coming out of the East for sure. They still had glaring issues.
Last year, I did think they were the
strongest team. So much with the Celtics being in the Eastern Conference, having one of the best rosters we've seen in a very long time.
But last year we had the best.
No, but you can't be like Giannis is up to blame for this because of like injury and timing and whatnot.
I'm not blaming
when he was
I'm
there.
Just saying,
So what are you doing then?
No, he's saying don't rush to the conclusion of leaving.
What I'm saying is
speculating.
Why are we talking about blowing a team up by trading him? Like he's owed something when he's getting injured. This is like saying the Clippers are not helping Kawhi enough. Like he needs to be healthy, and the team needs to be healthy, and they need to try first. And after they fail, we can talk about blowing the team up. We can talk about what they need to do. But as long as he's getting injured.
So how long did he? Because you're saying you're gonna have to wait, but if he's injury prone, that means he's bound to get injured at some point. With his age as well, how long do you continue to wait?
But how would he help another team when he's injured if he gets traded?
If there's more of if there's a better construction on another team for him, so when he is out, they could still compete at a certain level, then it would help.
In the playoffs? When has a team ever won in the playoffs?
Giannis doesn't have a track record of being that injured in the playoffs. Like
that's not
true, dog. 2020 he was hurt. 2021 he was hurt. 2023 he was hurt, and he's hurt this year.
Yeah,
he was healthy. He does literally every year.
4 out of 5 years.
Games. That's the thing. Giannis still plays the games.
And Embiid still plays.
I'm about to say, and we're still going to Embiid injury prone.
Yeah, don't say because they won. That's the
but in 2021, and Giannis was still playing at a very great level.
It helped the injury prone tag.
I mean, Anthony Davis plays hurt, and he's getting called soft, snowflake, all this other stuff. So I mean,
but in the playoffs, Anthony Davis plays at a great level too. So
but no one really
don't compare it to Embiid when those people still play great. Like Anthony Davis plays very great.
Embiid plays great in the playoffs.
Embiid
no, I'm saying don't compare.
He's saying Embiid gets criticized because he doesn't play great.
Embiid just looks worse when he's hurt when he plays.
Yeah, Giannis and Anthony Davis still play great.
No shit.
In my opinion.
And speaking of Embiid, we have to accept that Embiid will never be like his biomechanics and the way his body structure is. He's going to get hurt every year at this point. It's just going to happen. Like people's got to accept it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say all that, but
no, bro.
I refuse to accept it.
What do you mean you're not going to accept it? He came into the league hurt. He's been hurt every damn year. What do you mean?
I don't accept it.
I don't accept it. I just don't accept it.
I accept it. They did this questionable for game 1.
Every year will finally be the year he'll be healthy.
Facts.
Why don't we just sit in for this playoff?
Facts. Every year will finally be the year that he will be healthy. That's facts.
Indeed, is just Giannis without.
He's 30.
He's going to get hurt.
Now he's 31. He'll finally be healthy
all the time.
Bro, by the time he's 34, he's cooked.
This year, everybody was
Wait,
saying,
so y'all are
saying
that,
he has an MVP season. This is an MVP season. He's looking great. He's looking healthy. And then what happens? He gets injured.
Well, the past 3 regular seasons, he's been relatively playing a good portion of the season, though. So
if I'm not
in the postseason, yes. I'm talking about these past 3.
Like in general, I'm just talking about in general. I'm not
known to be.
I'm not putting asterisks.
Yeah, he's injury prone.
That's who he is. They have injury prone. The nigga's just injured. I think he walks around him.
And next year he'll be healthy. And then when he's not healthy,
I don't think
next year he'll be healthy. I'm gonna keep doing it till he retires.
Yeah, Mars is a situation.
But one day I'm gonna be.
I just, you know what's for Embiid? I just need just give me 1 year. That's all.
1 year doesn't do anything. What is 1 year doing for your rankings? KB, what's 1 year doing? What's 1 year doing for your rankings?
The same thing it did with John.
Him as a player just moved. He just moved me as a player so much.
His regular season moves you.
If he has a 1 year where he's healthy, and that 1 year is when they win, we got some propaganda to push. I will.
Yeah, facts.
Just like
if he holds a title, has a crazy playoff run, that 1 year holds a lot of weight.
None of you guys should ever talk about peak. Let's ever talk about longevity again, bro.
Okay.
Because
we won't talk about longevity. What am I going to talk about longevity for Joel Embiid? I don't care about that. I'm talking about that 1 year. That's all I really care about. So like,
I'm just saying, but you guys are saying this for completely different reasons to me. You guys are like. I don't care about ranking Embiid.
That's what I'm saying. I just want a healthy season.
Oh, what does one healthy season do for his all-time ranking? Sometimes I just want to see Embiid play basketball healthy. Like, is that too much to ask? Like, I don't care.
Yes.
Oh, is Embiid gonna pop? Now, I get it's too much to ask for like realistically, but I mean, like, why does it bother you that I just want to see Embiid healthy? I don't care.
No, not you, Lars. I'm talking like KV.
Pass Moses.
I don't care about his legacy neither. I
do not care about Joel Embiid's legacy.
Why did you just assume that I cared about Joel Embiid's legacy?
That's gotta be racist.
That's all I want to see. I don't care about what he does. I don't care about
racism.
What? I don't care about if he's going to go to the finals. I just want to see Embiid be able to play basketball healthy in the playoffs. That's all I want to see. I don't care about.
He just assumed that I cared about Joel Embiid's legacy. Obviously, the 1 year's not going to do anything for me. I just want to see the guy hoop. That's it.
That's it. I don't care about his legacy and conditioning. Where does his 3 year peak rank and where's he?
That's your problem. All y'all care about is legacy talk, bro.
I wasn't talking about his legacy. I'm just saying Embiid will never be healthy at the time he needs to be in the playoffs. He can't play 82.
Next year he will be.
Facts.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
I mean, you don't
Next year is the year. Watch 2024, 2025.
Yeah, 2024, 25 season he'll be healthy.
When it comes to Joel Embiid, what you call it? Jay Mamba asked it in the chat, and the answer is very simple. Yes. He is probably one of the bigger he's definitely the bigger what ifs of this era of basketball.
Is he the best what if of all time?
No. Yes.
Well, wait.
The best what if?
The best what if is probably Kawhi.
Play in the playoffs.
Some people
consider
Kawhi.
What ifs where we
Kawhi is a what if.
Don't see them play basketball.
Man, what Kawhi was going to do in 2021?
Kawhi is a what if. Okay, man.
What he would have done in 2021 would have broken basketball.
I feel it. When we're talking about what ifs, that's reserved for guys that are genuinely not even able to get on the court, and we're left asking, "Yo, what if?" But with Joel Embiid, like I said, this is only if you do get that one season where he's healthy and this nigga fucks around and wins a championship. I'm gonna call him one of the bigger what ifs, because if the 1 year where you're actually able to be healthy from start to finish of a season and you win that year, I'm gonna look back at all these other years where you're playing with a torn meniscus, you're playing with a broken face twice, you're playing with Ebola, like anything. Like, this nigga has everything.
That is an injury, Mars. That is an injury.
I'm gonna look at those years like, yo, this is what if.
That is an injury. That's true. When you play with Ben Simmons, that's
but he was worse than those seasons. So is it a what if?
Let's play that a little bit. Go ahead. When it comes down to Kawhi Leonard, if those Clippers stayed healthy, how big of a what if is him? And
they just suck.
What if he didn't blow a 3-1 lead?
2021 would have been the greatest run ever, bro.
2021, would have been up there.
Oh man, what he was doing was insane.
Kawhi gets a lot of credit for 2
Dallas
playoff
and
games.
Utah.
It's crazy.
Kawhi is one of the bigger what ifs, in my opinion.
2 playoff games.
Since 2017, he's been probably one of the bigger what ifs as well. Because if he never just turns into this injury prone ass player, I'm not gonna lie, I was pushing the Kawhi's better than Kevin Durant narratives, and I would have still done it.
No, I feel that. What was the year? Was it?
I can see it. I can see it.
The year before. I think it was the year before, where the Clippers actually looked like they had a legitimate chance. Kawhi got injured, and PG was trying to carry them along the way.
That's 21. So
yeah, 2 years ago.
21 when every team was in.
Kawhi was healthy that year. What are we talking
about?
Oh,
well, like shooting inflation was at its peak.
True.
Everyone was just shooting the piss out the ball that year. I don't know.
Everyone was injured too. Everyone was injured too. If they were the only team healthy, then yeah, maybe.
Kawhi's what ifs would sell books is mad funny.
I would just say for Kawhi, Kawhi's just super unlucky because I mean anybody that has to deal with a Clipper curse they didn't ask for is crazy.
I can also say Kawhi has been very lucky in his career too.
Like he chose to go there, so he did kind of.
Like, he
could have stayed in
He didn't
Toronto.
ask for the curse. Just like Chris Paul and Blake. Blake didn't ask for the curse. It just happened. Like it.
Well, yeah, he got drafted there, but Kawhi actively chose to go.
And he was actively wanting to go there while also actively telling players let's go here. So like,
did they ask the Clippers to go to LA? No. Cursed.
But he knew where the Clippers were located and still chose to go there.
That's true.
You got to give him some responsibility on that one.
That's true. I give you that. He grew up in LA. He knew what it was with the Clippers. He chose to go there.
Yeah,
you're right.
He thought he could break the curse.
Hey, speaking of legacy,
but the curse broke him.
What do we feel about how would we feel?
Against
Luka won the championship.
Yep. Okay. I was waiting for you to get to Luka.
Gotta bring it.
Top 20. You know what I love about Open Gym? Everybody secretly just brings their own personal agenda.
Yeah, that's what I realized. The Open Gym now is just like whoever you have a bias
Right now,
go boost their legacy the most.
Go trajectory.
As everybody just under the assumption that they have the Mavericks winning because of Kawhi's health, or even if Kawhi is or was healthy, does everybody still just want to pick the Mavericks? Because in my opinion, if Kawhi is healthy, I really don't see how Dallas beats the Clippers. I really don't.
I can see the way both teams win. Like this is one of the series that I can see how both teams win. I don't think this is
if Kawhi averages like 30 on like 65 true shooting, yeah, they can win.
65 true shooting ain't where it used to be. 65 true shooting is like a +3 nowadays.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, that's like a +7.
Average will win. I mean,
against the Dallas
niggas, I hate it.
The Clippers have 4 Hall of Famers on their team, bro. They should clear 4.
Yeah, they should win. We're the underdog. For sure.
Mavs are the
no. I'm really just looking at.
They have 3 All-Star caliber players right now.
Damo got to thinking it's PG.
Russell Westbrook said he's the best 6-man ever.
You know what's crazy? PG's not the question mark here about the Hall of Fame.
No way. No.
You hating on Russ right now? Still?
And you know what's crazy? Thank you. That's racist. Y'all would just assume I'm thinking Russ is the guy I'm over here squinting about.
You hating on Kawhi?
James Harden. He's hating on James Harden.
James Harden is the most surefire Hall of Famer on the Clippers.
Nah, that's not true. I think Kawhi
They have 4 Hall of Famers and 3 of them are
I think Russ and Kawhi got stronger cases for first ballot Hall of Famers.
James Harden is a more surefire Hall of Famer than everyone on the
team. Russ is
not Westbrook.
I think James is a second ballot.
I think James does.
I think he is second ballot.
Russ is first ballot.
The first ballot.
If I bring up all of their legacy,
Chris Bosh,
stop.
all of their resumes,
No, stop. No. Without a doubt. Being honest, PG is the only one where it's like, is he first ballot? And even then, I'm like,
yes, he's first ballot.
How much does first ballot really matter? I don't know.
Y'all think Blake Griffin's a Hall of Famer?
He wins a chip. He's first ballot.
Do y'all think Blake Griffin? Because I've been hearing this conversation. Y'all think Blake Griffin's a Hall of Famer? I don't.
He is a Hall of Famer.
You think if Blake Griffin's a Hall of Famer, Paul George is a Hall of Famer?
I don't think Blake Griffin's a Hall of Famer.
They're both Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Paul George is a Hall of Famer.
I think Blake Griffin is a Tony Kukoc Hall of Famer, where like 20 years is gonna go by, and then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, Blake can get
Remember
in.
that Kia moment?
That's nasty.
Like, I think he's that type of Hall of Famer.
But like Blake Griffin,
bro, gonna be 60 getting that blazer, man.
Because what did he do? Okay. Since it's the Basketball Hall of Fame, let's really talk about it. What was his high school resume?
Oh, I forgot. It's Basketball Hall.
Oh, yeah.
Basketball Hall of Fame. What's his high school resume? Let's really talk.
Do you actually know it, or did you just bring it up?
I'm telling you actually because if you're telling me Blake is a 4-time national state champ when he was in high school, and
is that
he has some crazy resume? In terms of Basketball Hall of Fame, yes.
Really? Do you think?
I would say, is it not high school, college, anything? Honestly, if you're super great, they take that in consideration. And for Blake, I don't think that college. He won a lot of awards, but wasn't he in college for 1 year?
So is Austin Rivers a Basketball Hall of Famer?
Bro, come on.
No.
NBA still matters.
Because of his mixtape. I don't think
Austin's NBA career is a Hall of Fame career.
Bro, he has one of the greatest mixtapes to ever touch Earth.
Okay, but that's fine. Did he win though? Like, what was the achievement? Having a fire mixtape.
He won best mixtape ever. So like, that's not.
All right.
T-Mac is the first ballot Hall of Famer. Enough said. T-Mac is the first
6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, and All-Rookie team. We got Blake
That
for
shouldn't
how
be
many
enough,
years?
man.
I'm not saying
According to Basketball Reference, Kawhi's Hall of Fame probability is about 91%.
What is it?
He's without a doubt a Hall of Famer.
Isn't Carlos Boozer a Hall of Famer as well?
That's good.
Yeah, Kawhi should be a Hall of Famer. Finals MVP, championship.
Okay, wait. Can we get back to
DPOY?
I want to talk about.
DPOY.
I actually want to talk about the Dallas and Clippers series because
Okay.
it's a bit. I find it like a bit interesting. Like Mar said, you can see both sides kind of winning it. I think the fact that the Clippers, like when healthy, like I'm talking about when Kawhi's there, everyone's there. They're one of the better like ISO teams, just trying to find mismatches and stuff like that. Obviously Luka doing that as well, and Kyrie. So it's a bit of an interesting dynamic for both of them to just be like finding matchups for both respective teams. I'm interested to see like how Zubac is used defensively in that series against Luka, because we all know like in the past they used to allow switches until like late in games, and then Kawhi would play like fight the ball screen to try to just make Luka stay at home. So I'm interested, like, do they put two on the ball with Luka? Do they trap him? Do they let him cook in isolation? Do you put Derrick Jones Jr. on? I mean, do you put Zubac on Derrick Jones Jr. and like force Derrick Jones Jr. to play in the short role and make decisions and finish over the top kind of thing? Like, how do the Clippers? How do you combat some of what Luka's gonna do offensively? Like that's like a bit of a question that I have that I've been like thinking about for this series.
I think they rely a little bit more on Daniel Tice in this series, because even though he doesn't present the height, I do think that he does. He gives them another big body, but he gives them the extra mobility that Zubac doesn't give them. Now, how that fares with his minutes against the guys of the likes of PJ Washington and even Daniel Gafford, that remains to be seen. But I do think, especially if Dallas plays the way that I can see Dallas playing, which is getting the switches on Zubac with him being a little, slow-footed. I believe Daniel Tice I think he'll be used more in this series than I think people are looking at. But even from the aspect of the Clippers with the ISO ball, I do think that we overlook the fact that, yeah, these guys are heavy on ISO, but when you can go out there with three heavy ISO offensive players and your two starting backcourt guards are guys that aren't really plus guys on defense, and with Kyrie being a very undersized two guard, he leaves them at the mercy of, the Clippers offense, with them getting constant switches looking for him more so than they would look for Luka. But as far as on defense, I think Daniel Tice will be relied on more in this series than Zubac would be, in my opinion.
I don't necessarily agree to that, because one, Derek Lively I think might play in this series. I think he's gonna come back for one of these games. I'm pretty sure
he's ready already. He's ready for game one.
Oh, he's ready for game one? Okay, so he's gonna be there. So I think that even changes like a lot of the dynamic for what these Clippers want to do. Do you still want Zubac to kind of roam, muck up those lobs a bit, and like play inside more, play off of Derrick Jones Jr.? Do you want him to play in the pick and roll with Derek Lively so he can just avoid like the lob? Are you still gonna put two on ball? Like that's like my main concern for the Clippers, is that with Luka just being as good offensively as he is on the ball in terms of being a scorer, a passer, and a playmaker, I don't think it's ever gonna be a moment where you think to yourself we can actually like stop or really slow down what he's gonna do. I think it's a matter of you gotta pick your poison. Like, do you want to put two on the ball, avoid the scoring, make him pass, make others score, or do you just allow the switches, let him cook, but everyone else stay home, let Luka cook, and it's just only gonna be Luka kind of thing? Like that's what I was thinking to myself. And honestly, I actually don't know. But
now we have Kyrie though, so that would change.
Kyrie's the X factor.
Yeah, that definitely is going to change a lot with Kyrie Irving being on the court. I think for the most part, the Clippers are going to try to get their ISOs, but the way the Mavs play defense, they play definitely a lot of zone style defenses. So they're going to force the Clippers to shoot a lot of threes. And if the Clippers are hitting, then it's going to be a very tough game for the Mavs. If they're not, I don't think the Clippers will be able to keep.
I don't think that's a good one. I don't think that's a good idea, because I still think James, like even as old as he is now, I think he's really good at still like breaking down zones. He's just a really good passer as well. And the spot ups, like being like Norman Powell, for example, Amir Coffey. Norman Powell's been a sniper in the corner, especially this season. Amir Coffey as well. Like these guys have been knocking down their shots at a very high clip. I think percentage wise, the Clippers are still like relatively one of the better teams from long range. And And PG's been hitting his shots, especially as a catch-shoot shooter, same as James and Kawhi. So it's like, I can understand you running a zone, but running a zone against that team where I know for a fact these guys can hit their shots on the perimeter, and you have a facilitator and initiator like James Harden who plays in the pick and roll well with Zubac and can find those passes and those skips, I say it's very, like, I don't think that would be in favor for y'all, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't want us to run a zone on.
Like, I don't think so.
Don't mid-range jumpers break your zone too?
Yeah, and
yeah, I would not want us to run that.
If you flash Kawhi in the middle and you have James operating at the top there, then it's just like your zone's kind of already broken, and then you have Norman spotted up in the corners. It's gonna get wicked for your defense.
Wait, who's what's their starting lineup? What's the Clippers gonna?
I think it's gonna be James, PG, Kawhi,
Terrence Mann,
and Terrence Mann. Yeah, and Terrence.
Yeah,
Mann.
Terrence Mann.
So like, I guess kind of
Terrence Mann been hooping the last few months too.
He's been much better as like his 3-point shooting has been in the past.
They're poison because they rotate very well and they're very good at selecting the person that they want you to shoot. So they're gonna want Terrence Mann to shoot a lot of threes in this.
But you can say the same thing for like Derek Jones Jr. as well, like or PJ Washington in his corner threes.
That's the poison of the Mavs because what's gonna happen is that they're probably gonna double team Luka at half court. If not, once that pick and roll goes, they're gonna trap Luka, of course, and then either Derek Jones Jr. or PJ Washington is going to have an open three, and they got to make the threes. They're going to have plenty of open threes.
And I just think the Clippers can't guard us unless they put two on the ball when Luka gets the pick and roll. I just don't see how they honestly stop it.
I agree that Luka's like gonna not be able to be guarded, period. And I think Kyrie's gonna have some of his way in terms of like matchups and stuff. But the problem is that the Clippers literally they're good at that too, and they have a bunch of players who could also attack mismatches that they will like to go at. Especially like Kawhi being the scorer that he is, PG can get into rhythm, James being the scorer that he is as well. Like you have three guys who, when they're all at their best, are like some of the best like mismatch hunters, isolation scorers, and they're gonna be able to like replicate the same thing that you're doing in terms of finding a mismatch that you like. Only there's actually three of them to your two. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you can do that, but on the other side of the floor, they can too. So like, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, I think we're gonna try to force them to the rim to like our shot blockers because that's something we didn't have before. Before they could on offense they could do whatever they want. They want to shoot jumpers this time, and then later in the series they would just like go finishing all the time, and we had nothing. But I just think us having actual rim protection. Everything, honestly.
How do you get into the room without giving up mid-range jumpers?
Are they going to be taking heavily contested? Our players can stay in front of them.
I mean,
if you're staying in front of them, how are you shading them to the rim?
Okay, so we can shade them to the rim, but if they're going to take a step back mid-range, we'll live on it, I guess.
Gafford and Lively can play up a little bit. Lively obviously is very long, and Gafford's actually really good in recovery and chasing down to recover for the paint and help side, helping for whoever's driving to the paint. So I could definitely see them playing up a little bit more, especially when Kawhi has the ball because he's a mid-range demon, to try to contest as much as they can. But I mean, Kawhi is going to be Kawhi, so you kind of just got to pick your poison.
Is he? Is he going to be Kawhi?
I hope he's not going to Kawhi. That's what I hope he's not going to be.
I want Kawhi to be healthy so much, so when we lock him up, we can actually talk. Because if he's not healthy, then I can't talk shit on Twitter.
I think it's gonna be like an all offense kind of thing. I think defensively, like it's kind of just thrown away. I'm not really too high on the Mavericks defense like that, in my opinion. Because you still have like Luka, Kyrie are still gonna get like attacked so much. Like Derek Jones Jr. is cool. I'm not really the highest on him neither. PJ will be fine, and I think Derek Lively as a rim protector will be fine too. One thing I'll say though is like for this season in particular that I've noticed for at least Harden and what could help the Dallas defense, if you force him into like floaters, he's not been really like hitting those shots this year. So if like icing the pick and roll, kind of forcing him to like get into Derek Lively, make a decision, force him to hit that float shot that he's been like kind of struggling with. It's been like short this year. I don't know why. But that's like a shot that I'd see that the Clippers can live with. But when they go into like their small ball lineups where like they're spaced out, like 5-0 kind of thing, it's gonna be really difficult for like Derek Lively to do what he wants to do, especially with like the ball being in rotation with James at the top. So
I mean, they have a.
Wait, also, what do you mean by you don't like TJ, what
They do
what
like
is
the
happening?
Clipper at the 5 as well. I don't like it too much, but if the Clippers want to go small ball, it's kind of what you have to do. I do think Gafford could probably stay on the court a bit because he's going to put a lot of pressure at the rim. He's one of those centers that when he gets the ball, he might just go up again because he's very aggressive. I think the Mavs do have a really good defense, though. And all things considered, it's not like elite, it's not like Celtics level, it's not like Timberwolves level, of course. But I do think they can make it very difficult. And the way, even though Luka can't guard on ball, he's just not that guy. He's too slow. His feet are too slow. They do a good job in not only switching with Luka, but rotating around Luka to ensure that he gets put on the worst person, and he puts himself in a position where he can make an off-ball defensive play quite often. He actually really has good anticipation and really good hands. And I think you're selling Derrick Jones Jr.'s defense short. He's been a really good defender for the Clippers. They can make it difficult for them. Kyrie on Harden. I'm not
saying Derrick Jones Jr. is bad. I don't think he's bad by any means. I'm just not really too high on his like POA like that.
What about the Mavs? What about the Mavs depth?
Exactly, because we haven't even.
I'm sorry. The moment Tim Hardaway enters the game,
thank you,
Josh Green.
Thank you.
I like Dante Exum coming into the game. So Dante Exum and Lively, that's two good players.
Yeah, like I like your bigs, Gafford, Lively, PJ, small ball 5. I'm cool with that.
Even Kleba to some extent.
Oh yeah, we have 3 players off the bench that are good.
Dante Exum has been.
We don't like Josh Green off the bench.
Maxi, Exum, and Lively. That's 3 good players.
I don't like the Josh Green I've seen since he come back from injury.
Every time I see Dante Exum in the game, he plays really good.
Dante Exum been knocking down that wide open 3. Do you believe in the 50% shooting from 3? You believe in it?
Facts, no.
Yeah, but he's not there for really shooting. There to alleviate pressure.
But can we talk about? I forgot about.
Can I just ask why are we not liking a Tim Hardaway off the bench either? Like has he finished
that shot selection,
bro?
Tim Hardaway.
He's been bad for 2. Where have you been for 2 years, man? He's been stinky for as long as I can remember.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Tim Hardaway is just this world saver, but again, I said it yesterday on Open Gym. The niggas J.R. Smith with a shirt on. Take that how you want to take it. Like,
if Tim Hardaway Jr. plays very well, like shoots at 38%, we win the series.
The Mavericks. The thing about the Mavericks, I'll say is like with Maxi Kleba, Dante Exum, Tim Hardaway Jr., Luka, Kyrie, like they can have nights against the Clippers where they're just scorching from 3, and I could see that happening where Tim Hardaway Jr. starts hitting a bunch of insane perimeter jump shots. I could see that. But the fact that his shot selection and the brother is just CTE, like I'm not gonna lie to you, like the pure definition of CTE. But one player I actually want to talk about was Kai Jones, like how he's gonna impact the Clippers this series, especially like that. What? Listen, bro, Kai Jones, bro.
You think he's playing?
Bro, we're not moved by Tim Hardaway, but you're about to tell me about how the hell Kai Jones.
Bro, Kai Jones can help, bro. He's been needed, bro. He's been needed, bro.
Tommy and Baldhead.
Man, what Luka's gonna do to him on the
They've been needing that 4, bro. They've been needing that 4,
I'm not
bro.
moved by the Baldhead.
Send him to the back, Damo. Send him to the back, Damo.
What? You're telling me I don't like how Josh Green. I know it wasn't you that said it. I know it was Mars. We got people saying, "Yo, Josh Green's is coming back from injury. I'm not feeling it." But hey, Kai Jones, get the fuck out of here.
I never said, "Yo, Kai Jones is gonna be some." I never said Kai Jones is gonna be something insane.
Get him out of here,
I just said, "How do y'all feel about him?"
He'll be so good.
I literally just said, "How do y'all feel about him being in the series?" That's what I said. How do y'all feel?
He's not going to be in the series.
You said I want to talk about.
I want to talk because first of all, it was a signing that was late, and I think it was something that the Clippers needed in terms of like a 4. Because not even my biggest problem. Like a lot of people thought that the Clippers, the 4 situation for the Clippers was like a bit of an issue, and like the bigs and the backup bigs and stuff like that. Like he would
wait. Do you see the Clippers putting Kai Jones at the 4 at all?
I think they could play like he's probably gonna play like small ball with him.
You see the Clippers putting Kai Jones on the floor
at all? I don't know what KB's talking about.
Are looking at the top.
He's not playing minutes, bro. Please.
They're looking.
Like I'm like one KB. You genuinely think Kai Jones is gonna see any minutes in games that aren't blowouts?
It's hard for me to see minutes. I'm not gonna lie, but
Okay, so what are we doing right now?
it's
It's like last year. Hey, you know what?
Send him to the bank,
He
Damo.
might be the X factor. Like,
nah. Udonis Haslam and Kai
Reggie
Jones is
Jackson last
crazy.
year was going to
Udonis
be the
Haslam
X
and Kai
factor.
Jones is
he
crazy.
won't go more
Reggie,
than him unless you're saying he's bringing great locker room vibes, and that's going to bring up the energy in the team. Like,
I
what
wouldn't
else
be
can we do?
surprised. But the thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if you just randomly spotted him in minutes, though. Like, I just wouldn't be.
Bro,
Oh,
I'm
what
thinking
are you
about
gonna do
this,
to
Music in the
Get him
locker
out of
room.
here, Damo.
Wait. What do you think?
Get
Hold
him
on,
out
hold
of
on.
here.
Can I ask? What do you think of Ty Lue as a coach? What do you rank him as?
Slightly. I'll say it's slightly. For me, slightly overrated as a
And
coach.
that's why you see him putting Kai Jones in the game. Got it. It makes sense. It makes
so another terrorist, another Darren
I
Ham.
wanted to say I think the Mavs have like a higher ceiling offensively than the Clippers. Just like if they get hot from three, I think there's nothing the Clippers can do. If Tim Hardaway's hitting, Luka's hitting, Kyrie's hitting, Dante
PJ.
Exum, everyone. If they're making shots, I think they can destroy the Clippers. Like if they make shots for the whole series, the Clippers don't have a shot in my opinion. But I think the Clippers on a game-to-game basis, their offense is less. There's less variance. A team that is relying on mid-range jumpers, which are pretty much always available in the playoffs. Team that have some of the best isolation plays in the league. I think Kawhi has been the most efficient isolation scorer in the NBA. I think there's just less up and downs with the Clippers. On a consistent basis, you're going to get lower volume threes, but highly efficient and offense that you can get basically every time down the floor.
Do you think?
So you agree? You think it's going to be
that-
more of an offensive series from both teams? Do you not?
Huh?
Do you think it's going to be more of like a high scoring series in your opinion, like between the two teams?
I think. Well, when you say high scoring, you're talking about like 132, 128 type series.
Like high, what like high 110s to like low 120s kind of thing.
I think the games will be slower, but the teams will be extremely efficient in terms of half-court execution.
Yeah, when you're
I don't think there's going to be much going on.
I think both teams can just score on each other pretty well. I just think it comes down to like who's going to be able to continue to execute their offense consistently down the stretch. And I think, like you said, the Clippers have just less variance to worry about than the Mavericks. But if the Mavericks start hitting them, corner threes that the Clippers might give up for non-shooters or people they just want to give the shots up to, it's gonna be a long.
Yeah, that's the thing. In clutch time, it's like those corner threes are bad and like throughout the whole game. Like I don't know. When you just make those threes, it's very hard to beat the Mavs in clutch.
I think the variance
in the
with
corner
Mavs
threes
significantly goes down because of how switch heavy Ty Lue is. Like he just does it. He's gonna switch.
You switch with Luka. I mean,
that's what I'm like, bro. He's gonna do it. Like I don't.
Yeah,
see him not doing it. So,
down the stretch. If Luka, I just want Luka to not take no dumbass jump shots.
Well, he's gonna do that. You live with the dumb shots. You live with the dumb shots. Like Luka
if it's in the game, yes, but in clutch time, I cannot. I need him to drive to the rim where he's one of the best, bro. Like I don't know why he doesn't. He needs to, bro.
Ty Lue is gonna switch down the stretch. Not down the stretch. He's gonna switch throughout the game. So down the stretch, that's gonna enhance the Dallas Mavericks offense if it's close. Who do you bet on to execute down the stretch more often? Who do you bet on? It's gonna be close when they get down the stretch, most likely.
Probably
4 to 5 minutes left, and then
man, what Kyrie has been doing in the clutch time is
more in that
insane.
situation?
I probably trust Dallas to execute more, but I mean, I think Dallas can probably get a good shot most times down the floor, and that's my whether
we can get a good shot.
Dallas can execute more because they have. Dallas can execute more because they have two better players on their team that can execute down the stretch better than the Clippers. The only player that I think that really can do that consistently is Kawhi. PG.
Also, are we just overlooking the fact that Kyrie can go by anyone?
The James disrespect, man.
Hold on.
Wait, are we overlooking the fact that Kyrie can get past anyone in there and just go for a mid-range jumper every time in their team? Like he can just blow by past them every time.
But it's more than just the fact that
especially in the clutch, in between the games.
I'm just saying they have.
Also, that's actually another good question because Terrence Mann is. Do you think who's getting that Kyrie matchup? Because do we all think Terrence Mann's getting Luka or was Kawhi getting him off rip? Like, what do you guys think between those two matchups?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter who starts.
It's gonna like this is the thing. I don't the matchups don't matter because they're all just gonna be Zubac. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, that's gonna be the first thing.
Zubac, come up here.
Like it doesn't
you know what's really gonna change the series
anyway. So why does it matter who starts on him?
It more matters if you're gonna double on ball. Really.
James Harden, you're guarding Dante Exum. Come here, Dante. Set me a screen. Like that's what they're gonna be doing. Like they're not gonna be going at that matchup. They're gonna be switch on it anyway. So
yeah, to be fair, the Clippers will be doing that to Luka also and Kyrie.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what the matchups for me. Like with teams that switch everything. The matchups don't matter to me.
I'm waiting for that one random possession where Luka plays good defense on Harden. And he's like, oh, you got locked up.
Random. Now, what I think, honestly, I think Luka.
In a possession where Trey locked him up and then James Harden banked in it and 1-3.
I think Luka can play good defense on Paul George on stretches if they're hunting him.
I got some chat. Duke. He said the fact that you guys are
Paul George doesn't
George
do rim pressure.
Facts. Well, or not, I don't know. And then someone random, or SMNRNDM as some would say it. I'm scared
of random.
I love how there's two different perspectives.
I'm scared of the
one is saying, yo, how do y'all believe in this team? This team is fraudulent. Another super chat, yeah, this team is scary.
One's a Kawhi hater and someone random is
I'm scared of Kawhi. I'm not scared of the Clippers. Kawhi, man, that man's a bad man.
Yeah, man. If Norman Powell could also just get up in that series too, bro. He start grifting.
He's gonna get mismatch hunted on defense by Luka too. Drink more water with a super chat. Which team has the best playoff personnel to match any style of play, and which team are the worst equipped? Also, do you believe some coaches are regular season coaches and some are playoff coaches? Yes, I believe some coaches are regular season coaches.
I think the Nuggets are the best.
Celtics.
The worst personnel to match any style of play?
Indiana Pacers.
Orlando.
Oh yeah, Orlando offense is also cooked. So
their offense can't adjust to probably anything. But defensively,
it's crazy.
Defensively they can match up with anyone. I'm not good at that.
The worst personnel to adjust defensively.
Worst.
Is the worst to adjust defensively? Let me see.
It's really the Pacers.
Probably
the Suns. I'm gonna say,
the Pacers. The Suns can throw out their little KD at the 5 type.
Yeah. The Pacers are definitely.
The Pacers don't have those. Pacers don't have any answers.
Like, if you find a counter,
would it be the Bulls?
Like, if you find a counter to what Orlando want to do on offense, they're just not going to score.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then your answer to that is pretty much like play fast with them niggas.
All around the team that probably has the least amount of adjustments within them. I want to say the Timberwolves, but I might be hating.
I was thinking Timberwolves.
I think that. Well, in terms of offense or defense, Mars? Defense.
Like
offense, right?
Combined.
I don't know, man.
Bro, their offense is bad, bro.
The Pacers is literally. I mean, can Neesmith guard him? That's really it. That's their only answer.
Oh no, defensively, the Pacers are the worst, and then offensively, I think it's Orlando. The combination of both, I think, is the Wolves.
Yeah, because
the Timberwolves can do a multitude of things on offense.
Like as much as people say Anthony Edwards has improved as a
because the Pacers will be like, we can't. The Pacers are pretty much saying we can't stop you, but you also can't stop us. Orlando was saying we can't score, but you're not going to score, kind of thing.
Combined, would it not be
the Pacers can't get stopped?
I didn't want to hate. I really didn't want to.
I'm thinking combined. I think the Bucks are worse combined than the.
What about Miami?
I was thinking the Bucks or the Cavs, but I didn't want to hate, so I went with
the Bucks can score, but you go score on them, and they're not gonna really get that much stops.
Offensively, the Bucks can run. The Bucks can run Giannis at the 5 with Bobby, Middleton, Dame, and like Beasley, and then go like 4 out, 1 in, elite spacing. Defensively, you got Giannis playing high on screens and whatever the case. Like they can do some things. What can the Cavs really do with a Mitchell Garland backcourt? And then
besides
Twin Towers, and then Twin Towers.
How efficient do you think Mitchell's going to be this series?
The only thing they can really do is drop.
I think Donovan Mitchell going to have a bad series.
Yeah, that's what I was saying right now. It's going to be, especially Jonathan Isaac is going to play a lot of his minutes at the 5.
Whatever team has to play Orlando in a playoff series, I'm giving them tax too. That's just not fair. I'll be honest.
Yeah, you go against Orlando as a perimeter player. I'm expecting.
It's going to be. You gotta use relative to their.
And people are like, "Oh, let's just look at Donovan Mitchell. He went up against the Orlando. Like, it's the Magic, bro. Like, it's not really."
If Donovan Mitchell goes in this playoff year and puts a stinker up in the first round, and Ant goes crazy, it's not wild to say that Ant's officially like top 2.
No, it is wild.
That is. I think one's going up. You gotta realize one's going up against Orlando. The other one is seeing Grayson Allen.
Ant hasn't played well against the Suns at all this year.
Also, Donovan Mitchell before he was injured was just clearly better.
Okay, so what about last year?
What about last year against the Nuggets?
How bad the Cavaliers looked against the Knicks? I don't remember. And maybe I'm bugging defense. I'm not saying defense. I'm not sitting here saying that D Mitch is just. I'm not saying D Mitch had a horrible.
Yeah, no, you're not disrespecting.
He damn sure didn't help his pace last year.
But the rest of the
that is true.
It's a fair observation to say Donovan Mitchell's playoff legacy is being carried by a series in which he blew a 3-1 lead in it. Like, it's fair to say that. Like, outside of that series, the playoff performances haven't exactly been consistently elite.
What about 2021? He was pretty good then in 2021.
But if we have to go, if we have to go back to 2021,
he was good in 2021.
Cool, but that was further my point. If he goes out there and puts up a stinker this year in the playoffs, I don't care what level of defense he's going against. If he's supposed to be a top 2 shooting guard, that's supposed to supersede a high level. You're supposed to have a certain level of expectation that comes with that type of placement. And if Ant outperforms him, I don't think it's crazy going to next year saying, yeah, the top 2 shooting guards in the NBA, D-Book and Ant.
So now, what if Donovan Mitchell What if Donovan Mitchell just somehow has a really good series?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And if Donovan Mitchell has a good series, then it's still the big 3 in terms of shooting guards in the NBA. I don't know what to tell you.
Big 4 when Jalen Green arrives.
What are you gonna say if
Jalen Green prop, man?
D-Book cooks the Timberwolves and then Anthony Edwards struggles against the Suns?
I'm gonna say the same thing I said when J. Cole apologized to Kendrick. Hey man, I can love you all.
I can't even speak
put you on no more. I can't.
I'm very high on Donovan Mitchell. I think he's better than Booker. So
on the limited times I've watched these Timberwolves, when
I think Donovan Mitchell's better than Booker.
Gets cooked. When Ant sees 2 bodies,
Booker's playmaking and passing is just not that good. I don't know.
He just be throwing shit up.
And
when he sees 2 bodies, oh god.
Who are we talking about?
Ant.
Oh yeah, I'm not as high on Ant as the. I think I have a thing
and people got mad at me when I said Ant's processing hasn't really been
a lot of young.
It's not good at all. I don't think it's good. I don't know.
I think a lot of young players when they show like star potential or like they're playing at a star level, I think they get pushed to a level that they're not at too early because you see they could be that level at some point. And I think that's what's happening with Ant. I don't think Ant is that good yet. And when I say that good, I mean obviously he's still an elite player, top 20, 25 player in the league. I think that, but I don't think he's as good as Devin Booker yet. And I think he's being put on that level because he's 22 doing what he's doing. And you kind of like look past the flaws because it's like he's going to figure them out. But right now with what he's doing, I don't think he's there. And I think it's fine he's not there because he's not 23. So I think
the plays people think Ant is going to get, he's never going to get there. He's never going to be the best.
People think he may be a top 5 player.
He's never going to be over Luka or Wemby, most likely.
Yeah, but,
I mean that's high expected. Yeah.
No, but bro, if you
are we talking as basketball players or as aura?
Ant is gonna be like the best player in the NBA.
I mean, as aura, he could be number 1.
As aura, he's top 10 all time.
Ant reminds people of like Kobe and MJ. That's why.
He reminds people of what the game used to be in terms of a 2 guard. That's why it's like nostalgia. It's like nostalgia, but it's current. Like he gives you nostalgia, but he's playing right now. That's kind of like.
I know we kind of talked about this before, but like. Why do you guys think Booker is better than Donovan Mitchell? Like sometimes I just don't see what people see in Booker. Like
I just
when Donovan Mitchell's healthy, when he's healthy.
I just don't feel as highly about a 6'1" guard, in my opinion, as probably you do. And
I'm not that moved by Booker's playmaking.
Does he play that small though? Even his defense, he doesn't get taken advantage of like that.
The current version of
Devin Booker for me, I think his scoring is more reliable.
Agreed.
I think his defense is much better than Donovan Mitchell's. I think Devin
Booker, what?
Yes,
much better. Much better.
Oh man, bro.
That you asked why we can disagree, but you asked why. I'm giving you my opinion. I think his defense is much better than Donovan Mitchell.
What does he do better on defense to you?
Well, I think his size gives him already an immediate advantage.
Yeah.
I think he gambles less on defense. I think Donovan Mitchell's a bit more reckless on that side of the ball in terms of flying out for steals and trying to force turnovers. I think he's able to defend a multitude of positions. I think he fights through screens more consistently.
So he's more consistent, basically.
Well, I mean, consistent and just size gives him
my fault. That's
size, discipline, and consistency. Those things, yes.
Didn't you say you think he's a better playmaker than D-Mitch?
No.
How is that possible?
I remember you guys did the verses.
I don't think he's a better passer or playmaker than Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, all right.
I think Devin Booker's a better scorer, and I think he's a better defender. Yeah, I don't know why.
Is he a better scorer though?
I think he is. Like you asked my opinion, I think he is. Now you don't.
I think from your opinion, it's like pretty. It will be blasphemous to say Donovan Mitchell's better. The way you think about it.
If you think Donovan Mitchell's a better defender than I think, and you also think he clears as a playmaker, and the scoring is comparable, I'd understand why you'd say Donovan Mitchell's better. Like, I understand it.
The only thing I don't like about D-Book is he drives into pack lanes too much. Like early in the shot clock. Like I've seen, he doesn't wait for everybody to get set. He'll bring the ball up. And you know how like a lot of people have like a lot of action in the paint when they're going out to the wings? He'll just drive straight up in there and throw some bullshit up instead of waiting for the offense to get set and then going to work. Or waiting for the big to get out of the paint for that so he doesn't get a 3-second and then drive. He'll just drive anyway. That's the only thing.
I also don't like that Donovan Mitchell can't shoot going right. But
his left wing step back is crazy.
Ridiculous.
He was shooting crazy from there on.
Luka can't shoot going right, so it's okay.
I have problems with Luka too, but hey, but yeah, that bothers me with Mitchell. And someone brought up about Devin Booker being a much better player off the ball. Yeah, that's definitely, I think, true. So there's a few things that I prefer with Devin Booker, but as the two best two guys in the league, it's probably those two, and it's probably number 3 because Shea is a point guard at this point. I think the 2 guard position is just kind of dying. If I'm honest.
Wait, who's the 4th then? Who's the 4th?
Yeah, it's 100% dying.
Is it not Jaylen Brown?
Oh man,
he plays the 3. So
I'm fine calling it. Do we count Kyrie Irving as a shooting guard?
Yo.
Oh wait, yeah, Kyrie.
I don't, but I mean,
that's why I don't know. Like, is it your listed position or like what people call you? Like Jaylen Brown is listed. As
I think it's his play style.
Put a 2 guard. So like,
because then D Book would be a point guard, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know. Are we doing listed position or like?
I think it's more about towards like your play style. I think Kyrie plays more like a shooting guard than just a straight up point guard because he's not a pass first type of player.
Yeah, even when he's running the lineup on his own.
But you don't have to be a pass first kind of player to be a point guard. And I feel like depending on the situation that you're in, if you put Kyrie around guys who like to play make and his best attribute is scoring, then okay, bet he's going to default into a scoring role. But when Kyrie was on the Celtics, he wasn't no goddamn shooting guard on the Celtics.
But when he's on the bench, he doesn't play like on ball heavy though. When he's on the bench, not when he's on the bench. When he's playing with the bench.
Is Steph not a point guard?
Oh man.
I don't know.
That's because he's listed there, so. I don't care about the position like that.
I've never seen him as not a point guard.
I think Curry is more of a point guard than people actually think he is. In my personal opinion.
Most people don't most people think he's a so you think most people think he's a shooting guard?
I mean, most people do say, that's not a traditional point guard.
What is a traditional point guard?
I mean, I don't care about traditional point guard, but like, if you want to rank Kyrie, like, it's just, where do you want to rank him? Point guard.
I mean, you don't got
Kyrie's a 2 guard, then he'd be in that group. He'd be
the issue is so many goddamn combo guards in the NBA now. It's like a default position, and like I don't. It just seems like the 1 and the 2 over the course of the last 10 years has just blended together. So it's kind of hard to distinct. It's based off how teams are building around that said guy. Because someone is saying, "Oh yeah, Shea's definitely a 2." I think Shea's a 1 in today's game. I think Shea is a 1. But if you're talking about 2005, yeah, of course, there's a lot of goddamn 2 guards in the NBA if you're talking 2005 standards. But in today's standards, a lot of these guys are point guards.
That's why I just do guard wing.
Wait, why would Shea be a 2? the past era.
The typical two guard doesn't exist because most if you have an elite guard, more often than not, you're gonna put the ball in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
And then you end up just getting a combo guard. You end up getting a Donovan Mitchell, Devin Booker, Luka Doncic type of player. That's who you get because if the ball's in their hand, they're going to need to develop playmaking. And then if you're a one-dimensional scoring guard, you end up just getting put in a box of you're now an off-ball scorer. Like the only traditional two guards who I think still exist is like Ant Edwards, Zach LaVine,
Devin Vassell.
Devin Vassell, Jalen Green type.
I think Devin Booker is a traditional. He's a traditional two guard.
Yeah, I don't. His point guard is
now he's being used like a combo guard, but is he best? Is he best as a two guard? Yes, but they're using him as a combo.
Let me ask. Would Kobe not be used the same exact way?
Kobe
would be used I'm gonna say he'll be used the exact same way as Devin Booker in today's game with how teams are playing, but in a sense, that's what Devin Booker. I mean, I'm not saying he's Kobe, but that's what he is. That's the type of player that he is. Yeah, he's a tremendous scorer with underrated passing, with underrated playmaking.
Like the only one, you have to be a weak enough playmaker to where teams don't want to put the ball in your hands, and you have to be not big enough to play the three. So you end up just being like this pure scoring, ideally defense guard.
But I think even with Devin Booker though,
you end up getting Anthony Edwards, Zach LaVine. And the young guys like a Jalen Green type who are pure two guards because they aren't good enough playmakers and they're too small to play the three. Other than that, if you're a good enough playmaker, we're just going to use you as a combo. And if you're big enough, we're going to run you at the three. Or you're going to be
another part of that
type of guy.
I think another part of that conversation too is what is more optimized. You coming up the court with the ball in your hands and finding your spot, or someone else helping you get to your spot. Is another big thing for that. As of right now, a lot of combo guards can get to their spot to an extent, but there's few. I would say Anthony Edwards definitely would be one that it'd probably be best to help him get to his spot. Jaylen Brown, I would also say it would be better to help
they
him
moved him to the
spot.
three, and I think that's the reason they moved him to the three. I think that's why they moved everyone up.
And then I think
I would say Zach LaVine, though, he's very good at getting to his own shot and getting to his own spots. But I mean, I get what you're saying.
He's a mediocre playmaker, though. So
that's true.
Zach LaVine's another two guard. That's just
he was at my first option.
I think the problem with this even more is the forward position.
Even the Rockets are putting the ball in Jalen Green's hands more, hoping he can develop something. You want combo guards now. The two guard is going to end up being a position where it's just filled with Luke Kennards, Grayson Allens. That's what it's going to end up being. If you're a two,
but they can play defense.
Ideally it's going to be guys who can shoot the three lights out, attack a closeout, tertiary connective passing, switchable on guards defensively, and maybe you can come up a DHO. That's really all we're going to ask you, because if you can do more, you're probably going to be R1.
So a bunch
let me do this. Hold on.
Let
me do this. I got a list of guys who are listed, and this is just guys listed at shooting guard.
KCP,
Tell me how many of these guys y'all would be like, nah, fuck that, he's a point guard. Let me ask that. Okay, and I'm just going down the list. Anthony Edwards,
shooting guard.
DeJounte Murray,
one
point guard.
One guard.
He's ass.
Yeah, combo, but one.
Jalen Green,
shooting guard.
Two.
And to make him a combo, but two.
Kyrie,
One.
Two.
Honestly, two.
Cam Thomas,
Two.
The purest two. Actually, that might be the purest two ever.
Pure two.
Donovan Mitchell,
One.
Oh man, he can play both.
That's a combo.
He's
if combo is an option, most of these guys are combos.
I say
one. That's why I said one is a combo.
Say one.
That's what I'm saying. One. I think
one.
I'll say one. You can initiate.
I'll say one.
If I have to pick between 1 and 2, he's a 1.
Yeah.
Colin Sexton,
Two.
I would say one.
This is so small. Two.
He's a two.
I would say 1, but okay.
I would say 1 too.
Mentality.
Jordan Poole's a 1.
He's a 1. He's a 1.
Yeah.
He's just a bum.
He's just a 6 man.
0.5.
How about that?
Who you say?
Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Two.
One of them.
Two.
He's a 2, but
Okay. Devin Vassell.
2.
For sure.
Haven't watched him enough.
Austin Reeves.
That's it.
2.
1.
Low key. DiVincenzo.
2. Pure 2.
Now this
Who
is
cares?
surprising. I'm not gonna lie to you. This one is
Hating 'cause you
surprising.
lame.
Maybe I'm just not tapped into these hoops like I thought I was. Scotty Barnes.
What?
I'm looking right now on Basketball Reference.
That's a
He is
3.
among people listed at shooting guard.
That's when OG and Siakam were still there.
Starting lineup.
He was listed at the 2 when OG
Can we just skip him?
When everyone's healthy,
I give him 2. I give him 2 for the sake of this argument, but he's clearly 3.
He's a wing. He's a wing. But
he's a point guard. He's a point guard.
He's not. He's a wing.
He's Ben Simmons.
He's a chicken wing.
Jaden Ivey.
Jaden Ivey's a 1.
1.
I'm not tuning.
RJ Barrett.
He's another wing.
2. You're wing, yeah. Wing.
Well, y'all think Jaden's a 1?
Jaden Ivey's best.
Jaden Ivey's definitely a 1. Yeah, he's definitely a 1.
No, y'all. I don't know. No.
I'm not high in this off ball.
Again, he's a 1. I know he's off ball. My fault. Malik Monk. I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. Malik Monk.
Low-key, he's a 1.
He's a 1. I like
1.
Yeah.
1.
Derek White.
2.
2.
Man, he could be a 1. He could be. I'm thinking about it. He could be 2.
I give
Norman
him 1.
Powell.
2. Pierre 2.
Anthony Simons, and that I'll
2.
That's
1. 2.
Wait, Dama,
I don't know.
what position do you think Kate Cunningham is?
I think Kate's a 2.
I think
he should not be the primary ball handler for team. I don't believe though.
I feel like you guys are judging his turnovers when you look at his spacing. Like some of them are on him because he just be getting lazy with the ball, but a lot of them, I'm sorry, he be having the smallest passing windows in the league. Like,
I just look at the way he scores the ball. I'm sorry, ever since I've seen him and I thought, this nigga reminds me of Devin Booker. I just cannot see it now. So 2.
Interesting.
Like the way he gets to the mid range, I ain't gonna lie to you. I see a lot of deep book in him.
The way he plays in that pick and roll, that's a point guard, buddy.
Especially like if we're talking like 2017, 18, 19 D book when the Suns were ass and they was just out there playing games. I definitely see a lot of that D book in Cade.
Also, how consistent do you think his shot's gonna be?
The 1 in those years, I remember that.
Wait, how consistent do you think Cade's shot's gonna be?
From 3, I think he can be a good shooter from 3, and in the mid range, he's already elite. But Reg, final super chat before we gotta go. He said, if LeBron loses again in the playoffs, is he the GOAT?
No.
Going on another team is what GOAT stands for.
Yes.
So is he going to another team?
Retirement team, the team of retirement.
Big 3.
Wherever Bronny's going,
MJ will always be better.
I appreciate you guys.
We'll
see you guys at the open gym on Tuesday. NBA.
Check out BSS on Tuesday nights.
Yeah, check that out. NBA X on playback later. Domo will be there, so go watch that.
Playoffs.
I'll be on playback.
6 o'clock, Domo.
Denver Nuggets. I'll be on playback.
6 o'clock on playback.
Go watch that.
I'll be there, bro. I'll be there.
Goodbye. Merry Christmas. L Dub, L Ron, L Host.